And welcome to Liberty High School in Glendaniel, West Virginia. Tonight, Video Production presents a Raleigh County rival. It's the Shady Spring Tigers, 1-5, taking on the 2-4 Liberty Raiders. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have Cameron Ball producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera, and Chris Ferris on stats. And Eric, we have a true Raleigh County rival. Try to say that fast 3 times. Raleigh County rival, but we really do. It's Shady, 1-5, and they really need a win. They won their first game, losers of 5 in a row against Liberty, who are 2-4, who's coming off a big win on the road at Westside a week ago.
Yeah, and you would think that the Liberty Raiders here on homecoming night will be real juiced up coming back for that victory in overtime at Westside. And on the flip side for the Shady Tigers, this is a game that could get the ship righted, so to speak. They've had a tough stretch, and to really get some second half of the season momentum, they will need a victory tonight.
Yeah, you know, Shady, like I said, we talked about, they won their first game of the season. They beat St. Albans 40-0. They fell on hard times. Since then, Eric, you and I have had a chance to cover 2 of their other games. We were at Greenbrier East last week when they lost to the Spartans, who's very good, by the way, also a AAA team. And then we saw them lose to Nicholas County. And Nicholas County, that's another story and a fight for themselves to make the playoffs. But when you look at this Liberty Raleigh team, and you look that if they were able to beat Shady tonight, they have Midland Trail, Summers County, and Wyoming East. And I know you can't win the rest of those games until you win tonight, but Liberty, with a win tonight, building some momentum, could put themselves in position to maybe sneak in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's what you want as a coach and a team. And the thing that you see with this Liberty team is growth. And, you know, one thing, when they play Doddridge County, that's going to be a playoff team. It's going to give a lot of people some trouble. But getting that big win helps team morale, Maris. And I think after coming off that win, this is the best case scenario to have a county rival, because you can have those guys build on that momentum. And I look for tonight to be a well of a game.
And I think that the quarterback play and the running game could be a big difference of who wins tonight. You look, first of all, at Shady. They're led by their quarterback, Cal Colacerto. You know, he's been brought up in it with his dad and all his uncles and his grandfather, everybody being involved as either players or coaches. And then you look, Jackson Workman. He's also a quarterback, and his dad is the coach of the team. So both of these quarterbacks, their dad is the coach of their current team. So you don't get that very often, do you?
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, you can say every player lives, eats, and sleeps it, but these guys live it because they have to be at practice with them. They have to hear about, you know, everything. And you know, and you couldn't ask for anything more than both of those young men. They're both good competitors, and they'll get after it tonight.
Also, we talk about the running game, too. As you take a look, you know, at Shady, they've got a couple different guys. You know, Evan Ramich, who's ran the ball well. Helmers ran the ball well. And then on the flip side for Liberty, you know, you've got Isaac Williams, who's also ran it really well for them. So, like I said, I think it comes down to quarterback play and who can run the ball the best.
Yeah, and that's what usually wins this type of game. But if you're on Shady, I think you need to build on the positives. I know you got roughed up a little bit at Greenbrier East last week, but they had a couple of drives where they really had some momentum, had some stuff going. I think if you could carry that over tonight, you could have offensive success against Liberty.
Yeah, you're reading my mind, Eric, because in the 2 games that we have done, Shady's had good field position to start drives, and they've started off drives, they've just not been able to finish drives.
Yeah, and a lot of things have come on third down. Bad play on third down. They need to rectify that. Can't get third and long in this type of offense. I think that run early needs to set up the pass. Once they get in passing situations, I don't think the line doesn't hold up as well in pass protection. I think they're more of a run block, run first line.
Well, it's going to be a beautiful fall night here in Glendaniel. The Liberty Marching Band down on the field. It's homecoming, and hopefully for Liberty, that's not a big distraction, because we know homecoming for some teams, some players, depending on where you're at, can be a distraction.
Well, yeah, it's all in how, you can have too much fun during homecoming. The main thing's the main thing, and that's the football game.
So Shady's down on the field to our left, Liberty to our right. We'll take our first break and get you ready for the opening kickoff at the top of the hour. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County football here on Video Productions.
A Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life,
we got you.
Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School here in Glen Daniel, West Virginia. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Giovanni's Pizza, where we had our pregame meal. Mamma mia! If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian going out. Great, delicious food. And not only did we have our pregame meal here tonight, Eric, but our other crew that's up at Coal City tonight, Bill O'Brien, Mario Lowry, and the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, they're doing the Independence Westside game on Video Productions. They also stopped at the Giovanni's Pizza place there in Leicester Square. Mamma mia! It's Giovanni's.
Yeah, you know if there's a free meal, Mario will be around it.
Yes. Well, listen, I tell you what, anytime I can get a meal at all free or you paying or me paying, it doesn't matter. Giovanni's Pizza is the place to go.
It is.
Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown is your local State Farm agent, and you can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, you can check out Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker. You can check them out on the website at exitelevation.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Edward Jones. Heather Cantley is the financial advisor at Edward Jones. She's my financial advisor, takes great care of me. She'll take great care of you. She has a new location on Harper Road, and that's in Beckley, and you can dial her up at 681-254-0097. And also brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, West Virginia. They have quality custom cabinets. They're a proud sponsor of local sports. Hart's Cabinets, you can dial them up 304-252-2917. Well, Eric, it's hard to believe that we're this deep into the regular season, week 7, and a battle here tonight, but there's some big games around the state, including one in our area, which is Class AAA, number 2 and number 3, Greenbrier East at Princeton, and perhaps the biggest game in the state in the 4A division is Morgantown and Martinsburg.
Yeah, and both of those will have big-time playoff ramifications, but if you're Greenbrier East, You're going on the road. This is going to be your toughest test to date. And, you've had a tough schedule early on. You only had one hiccup, but I think Greenbrier East to win this game on the road at Princeton will have to be firing on all cylinders and 0 turnovers to win that contest.
Of course, right across the county, Beckley playing their home game tonight as Liberty playing their homecoming game tonight here against Shady. Beckley at home against Riverside tonight.
Yeah, and one thing we thought about, I think all three of
Independence is homecoming tonight as well.
Everyone's on their homecoming. Yep. So a beautiful day. I'm glad the weather cooperated for all the local schools.
Yeah, not only is Independence tonight, of course that game is also on Video Productions, not only are they having homecoming, but they are celebrating the 50th anniversary of their first team from 1976. And by the way, Eric, I'm sure you know this, it also was the first year that Liberty opened. Liberty could also celebrate their 50th anniversary of the first year when their school opened.
Yeah, and the exact same blueprint of schools as well. So, they kind of mirror one another, and except Independence had a little more success on the gridiron, but they've always been a big rivalry. I'd like to see that down the road be reignited as well.
But, Eric, when the schools were built, if they took you to one school, the other blindfolded, and they put you in the school, you couldn't tell if you were in Glen Daniel here at Liberty or if you were at Coal City itself.
Yeah, the only thing would give it away is the school colors. Yeah, because it's the exact blueprint.
And one thing about it, too, this field, this is I think the second year they've had turf, and this is a beautiful facility down here at Glen Daniel. They've done a great job, really thanks to the fine people at the Board of Education in Raleigh County for this facility, the track, the fence, the field, everything they've done. And I can remember the old days back when Shady and Trap Hill played back in the 70s, and you think about that, and now you fast forward the clock to now 2025, and you see what we have here now.
Yeah, and all the Raleigh County facilities, every school needed this turf because the weather that's cooperated thus far during this season, but back when we played, if you had a rainy day, it was just mud ball. Exactly, that's all you did. That's all you played.
And even if this was like, because they share, most of all these do, Shady does, Independence does, Beckley, Woodrow Wilson does, and Liberty does. They share their field with the middle school team. So even if we haven't had that kind of rain, it would be nothing but dust. The grass, it wouldn't be green, it would be brown, it would be nothing but dust.
Yeah, and you'd be second rate playing Friday night because the middle school or junior high teams got to mess it up the night before.
Well, and that, they play JV game on Monday.
Yeah.
They play midget on Sunday, JV on Monday, middle school on Thursday. Yeah, you'd be like fourth hand by the time
we got back around to you.
But it's going to be a beautiful night, and it will dip. It'll get a little chilly for the people maybe sitting out in the stands because it's going to dip into the 50s before we're done tonight.
Yeah, maybe upper 40s, low 50s, but perfect weather. These guys out here on the gridiron would rather play on nights like this than suffocating heat.
Yeah, and I think if you're Shady, this is your playoff game because let's look at their schedule right here. They're 1-5, and even if they win out, I don't think that would get them in the playoffs because we look at their schedule for Shady. They've got Winfield next, they got Berkeley Springs, and then they finish up with Westside, and their bye comes on the final play date, the 11th week. So they play the first 10 play dates. So even if they were to win out, I don't think that would get them in.
Not enough points.
That's
because even with the earlier win with St. Albans, they're probably going to go 0-10.
Right.
So you're not going to get any points or any wins, but these kids need to play for pride. You play for each other and, the coaching staff, and you go out and execute and try to win the games. But I don't foresee the playoffs in their future.
Right, and especially, too, you always want to beat your Raleigh County rival. I'm sure these kids know each other. They play against each other in all other sports. And, it's always a big deal whenever you have – the Liberty side of the county taking on the Shady side of the county.
Yeah, and it means a lot to both communities to get this win. And no matter what the record, that's always bragging rights. You can say, hey, yeah, we might have went such and such, but we beat you guys that night.
Right. And then you look at Liberty, like I said, they've got everything in front of them. Shady did not. Yeah, we'll be put down right up to 35. And like I said, that last drive, just a two-play, 72-yard drive, 70-yard touchdown run. And Shady gets on the board as Hedgecock able to take after they handed the ball to Helmer. Helmer turned around and gave it to Hedgecock like a little misdirection. And, boy, he showed a burst of speed once he broke the initial line and raced to the end zone.
Yeah, he made a couple of nice moves on the second level. And like you said, off to the races.
Here's Workman. That's a running play. He's got some running room. He's got a first down and more as he crosses midfield on a straight quarterback keeper. He came to the near side, cut it back, and a big play for Liberty as he gets the ball down to the Shady 46-yard line.
And Mayor says, as we look here on the replay, what a great change of direction by Workman. This was pretty close to a horse collar, and that's the only thing that tripped him up. or he was going to take that one to the house.
And as you said, as he was crossing midfield, I thought maybe he was going to go. But 1st and 10 Liberty, and here's a running play right up the gut to Workman again. They move the pile inside the 45 and gets down to the Shady 44-yard line.
And just like that, across midfield, trying to answer the Shady score.
Actually, they'll get to the 43-yard line and give him 3 on the play, make it 2nd down and 7. But if you're Liberty, after giving up that big touchdown run, Eric, you've got to think you've got to be able to bounce back.
Yeah,
you've got to answer.
And you don't want this game to get out of hand early. You don't want to have to you don't want to make a habit of making comebacks. You don't want to answer it and see what you can do defensively, make some adjustments.
From the 43 of Shady, this is Williams. Direct snap, gets to the edge, got a 1st down before they run him out of bounds. That's the Wildcat, or I guess the version of the Wildcat, the Raider.
The Raider.
And a direct snap, and Isaac Williams able to pick up a 1st down at the Shady 35.
Yeah, and just like that, like as you see here, great lead blocking from Workman, helping out his running back, sealing the edge, and Liberty's cooking right now.
So back-to-back 1st downs on this drive. Ball sets at the Shady 35-yard line. Clock stopped where Williams went out of bounds at the 8:19 mark. Very tight formation. This time it'll be Workman, and they must have seen something because it's just been direct snaps to the quarterback, to the running back, Eric, and just running the ball, good old-fashioned backyard play. But that time Shady was up to the task, no gain for Workman.
Yeah, and the thing is with this Liberty offense, as you know, it's a run-heavy offense. You need to stay ahead of the sticks, and that's a win for the Shady defense if you can keep Liberty in down predictable passing situations.
2nd and 10 for Liberty at the Shady 35. Once again, looks like it's a real tight formation. Looks like, you're going to run out of that, and they might have a direct snap to Williams, or Workman waits on the snap. They give it to Williams, trying to do the same play that Shady scored on the hand it to Tolliver, coming back here on the near side. He's inside the 30 and gets a good gain down to the Shady 28. He picked up 7 on the play.
Yeah, and a good job. Shady recognized, hey, I know this play, but I actually think if you look at the replay, if he cuts it up inside, I think he would have had more blocking. Sometimes you fall in love with trying to outrun the defense to the corner, to the edge, but if he cuts it up inside, he may have had a big gainer there.
Be 3rd and 3 coming up. Obviously 2 downs for Liberty to get it as the clock is stopped, or actually started to turn now as we go under 7 minutes for the quarter. And give the ball to Williams. He picks his way, and he's got a 1st down, and I like the way he was able to hesitate to find a running lane, Eric, and then pick up the 1st down.
And stringing together some 1st downs and a little momentum as this Liberty offense is starting to roll a little bit, starting to exert themselves a little bit up front too.
And that's a 4-yard pickup when he needed 3. That'll move the chains. 1st and 10 at the Shady 24-yard line. When we get a minute, Eric will update you on some scores if we have some, and we'll check on that maybe after this play. This drive started back on their own 35 after a good return for Liberty. Here's another running play to Workman, coming to the near side, trying to cut it up inside, and that time Shady was ready for it, and that one might go for a loss, or maybe just maybe they give him a 1-yard gain on it.
Yeah, and to update you on the game to watch in 4A, Morgantown on the road at Martinsburg, and Martinsburg already on the board 7-0 in the 1st quarter.
They'll give Workman a 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 9. Another thing this does, Eric, is takes a lot of clock as we're getting ready to go under 6 minutes for the 1st quarter.
Yeah, both teams, well, Shady only had it for 2 plays, but 2 running plays. Both teams will keep the clock going.
Here's the direct snap to Williams, and he'll get the ball down to the 20-yard line. Like I said, Liberty's version of the Wildcat, I guess the Raider direct snap.
Well, I think now Liberty's, you have two good backs. I consider Jackson Workman, he's a quarterback, but he has a running back's build, So I think you do what you go with your best 2 players, and right now those 2 guys, Williams and Workman, are working hand in hand. You don't know who's going to get the snap.
And this time it is right up the gut, very close to a 1st down. And that time, you're right, it was neither Workman or Williams that got the snap that time, and very close to a Liberty 1st down. We might have an injured player down. Looks like a Liberty Raider is down, but Liberty's going to be about a yard short. It's going to be 4th down. And while they attend to the injured Liberty player, we'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
They do now. And we welcome you back to Liberty High School. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas is 7-0 Shady with 5:19 remaining in the first quarter. As that direct snap that time, Eric went to Landon Lusk, and he looks like to be the injured Liberty Raider down on the field. And it was right on cue because, as you said that, when you get back and they run those direct snaps Liberty does, it's either been Workman or Williams, and that time it was neither. It was Lusk, and he gets hurt on the play.
Yeah, no, I actually think that's an offensive tackle. Yes, a lineman,
okay.
The tackle. I think Lusk may have fallen into, fallen into him.
I see Lusk in the huddle here standing up, yes.
So, but anyway, that was a good change of pace. And I let's talk about this Liberty drive, Maris. They're doing it, with two backs, and now you add a third. And I think they were really wearing on this stoppage is really going to help Shady, I think, to regroup up front a little bit.
Well, we got a minute. I want to tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown, your local State Farm agent. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. And if you're in the market to buy or sell your home, Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker, and you can check them out on the website at exitelevation.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Edward Jones. Heather Cantley is the Edward Jones financial advisor with a new location at Harper Road in Beckley. You can contact Heather at 681-254-0097. Heather helped me get ready for retirement. She can help you as well. And also, the game tonight brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur, with quality custom cabinets and a proud sponsor of local sports. You can dial up Hart's at 304-252-2917. They finally do get the lineman up, and we'll see who that is. 78, and that is Jacob Akers. And, of course, I know his mom well. Mom works up there in Outback. In fact, Jacob Akers, he played in our league, and I say our league because I'm the president of the Beckley Babe Ruth. He played for Window World in our Beckley Babe Ruth League. And speaking of Window World, we'll have owner Leanna Burdett of Window World, a Liberty grad, on at halftime. But as play resumes now, Eric, it's 4th and 1, and they've got to get the ball just inside the 15. The ball's on the north side of the 15. They got to get it on the south side of the 15.
Yeah, but what do you usually do if you're Shady? You attack the new lineman, maybe try to send something at him different as
Williams spins, and I don't think he's going to get there.
Yeah, I think the spin cost him.
Yes. Williams was trying to find a lane to run through, and I don't think he made it, and I think Shady's going to take over on downs, and that looks to be the case.
Yeah, that was a way to contain the edge. As you look here on the instant replay, the defensive end for Shady really sealed and held up, and not anywhere to go, any daylight to run to.
So Shady will take over on their own 16-yard line, as that was a 10-play drive, Eric, and that took a lot of time off the clock, but
nothing to show for it.
Liberty comes up empty. And
yeah.
At the 5:04 mark of the first quarter, Shady now will have their second possession, 1st and 10 on their own 16.
And not only do you not get any points, you have a key starter, injured on the play, and depth is along the line is really a problem for Liberty.
So here's Curlicerto from the shotgun on 1st and 10 from their own 16. Takes the snap. Here's a running play. And Liberty up to the task. That might get a yard maybe, as they do a good job as Liberty, the guys up front swarm to the ball carrier.
Yeah, big time. I think that was Walker Smith.
Yeah, and that was
Walker Smith coming in for the
tackle, and Ramage on the carry. So 2nd down, and they'll give him a yard. And I think that's a gracious spot, giving him a yard out to the 17. So 2nd down and 9. Shady probably go a little conservative here, Eric, backed up inside their own 20. We're under 4.5 remaining opening quarter. Curlicerto looks over the defense, takes the snap, sets to throw, will throw in the flat, and across the middle rather than it's caught. This may go all the way to inside the 30, to the 10, 5, touchdown, big play again, and that is Gage Spears. He had a kickoff return last week for a touchdown, and he hit a big play, and it looked like he was going to the flat, and then he cut back in and across the middle, and a beautiful throw by Colacerto, and Spears does the rest, takes it to the house.
And what a strike, and you took the words right out of my mouth. Gage Spears had a little coming out party, I think, last week. He made a few plays against Greenbrier East, and that was a big one too. And what is that, 4 plays and
that's right.
4 plays and two scores for Shady. So you're cooking when you can do that.
Wow, and I'll tell you, that right there is a 84-yard touchdown connection, and now they're blowing it dead. I don't see what's going on here now, but Shady has ran the ball, or ran 4 plays, as you mentioned, Eric, and they've got 2 scores as they've hit Liberty on big plays.
By Aaron on the ground. So some serious balance.
They had a 2-play 72-yard drive, and now a 2-play 84-yard drive as this extra point is blocked. I think it was partially blocked. Shady, with 4:09 remaining in the first quarter, have taken a 13-0 lead. We'll be right back in 30 seconds here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place where...
Well, got to collect our breath here, Eric. What a big play, and that's been Shady. 2 possessions and 2 long scores. A 72-yard drive the first time they had the ball, and that was a 84-yard drive in 2 plays with an 83-yard touchdown pass from Colacerto to Spears, but the point after partially blocked. But 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for Shady, and Shady leads Liberty 13-0 with 4:09 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's just how you draw it up, and Liberty was able to get the block on the point after attempt. Let's see what Liberty comes up with. They had a good drive going, not able to pick up a 4th and 1, which leads to a touchdown for Shady.
Yeah, it looked like Colacerto was going to the flat, and at the last minute, Spears took it from the flat. He cut it up inside as here's the return for the kickoff for Liberty. Like you said, Eric, field position has not been a problem as Williams gets up over the 30, but the speed, once Spears made that catch across the middle, and he broke the initial tackle, just too much speed, and Liberty not able to run him down.
Yeah, he made a house call. The only thing was slowing him down was the goal post in the middle of the end zone, the back of the end zone, as he was able to house that one real quick.
So Liberty will get their 3rd chance on offense. They'll start from their own 34-yard line. So this, obviously, I think, Eric, you would agree, such a huge, huge series because, like I said, the last time they ate clock, they had some success running the ball, and they came up short on 4th down.
Yeah, and had big-time success moving the ball and just not able to pick up that 4th down.
Here's Workman, takes the snap, set to throw, throws in the far flat. It's caught to Tolliver. He turns it up, and he's down the far sideline. He's got a 1st down and more as he gets into Shady territory. Let's see where they run him out of bounds at. Across midfield at the Tiger 47-yard line.
Yeah, big-time play. Great execution on the out. They ran a little post in and out, and just really a good pitch and catch and great run.
So he goes out of bounds on the far side right in front of the Shady bench at the Tiger 47. 1st and 10 for Liberty. 2 big plays, a long run for Shady and a long pass has got him a 2-touchdown lead. Here's Workman on the keeper. He's inside the Shady 45, and they move the pile all the way down to the Tiger 41-yard line.
And once again, good momentum, good drive going. Let's see if they can really keep it going this time and get it in the end zone.
Yeah, it's 1st down. That's a really good play, picking up 6 yards on 1st down. So here's Workman from the gun, from the Tiger 41. Workman takes the shotgun snap, throws near side. They make the connection. It's going to be a 1st down as the receivers ran out of bounds here on the near sideline, and they make the connection. And able to bring that in. You don't have a 10 and I don't have a 10. And, you know, this is different jerseys from the last time we were here. So apparently they haven't updated them, but that's a 1st down for Liberty. Ball's at the 33-yard line of Shady. William Daniels, who made the reception.
William Daniels.
Here's a handoff to Williams, and Williams almost broke that tackle. And had he broke that tackle, he had a lot of running.
A lot of real estate out in front of us.
But that time, that play goes for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. All right, so Daniels is 11, but he's actually 10.
You know, they used to do that back in the day when you wanted to hide a player. You scout number 10 and you throw number 11 on him.
2nd and 10 for Liberty. Workman takes the snap, throws across the middle. It's caught Tolliver. He's got a first down. He makes a man miss. He's zigging and zagging, and he's down to the 20-yard line for another Liberty first down.
Wow, good strike here by Workman as the receiver sat down in the zone, man. So we look here on the instant replay. I mean, that is great. I'm thinking if he keeps running across, he would have picked up a block and may have ran it in for a score.
So the ball at the Shady 20, and Liberty had moved the ball the previous time, but they came up short on downs, and they trailed in the game 13-0. Trying to at least try to cut the lead in half. Workman waits on the snap. He'll keep it himself. He's got running room up inside. He falls forward, and he'll gain about 2 or 3 yards down maybe the 17-yard line. They'll give him 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 7 coming up for Liberty. But, Eric, I really like the way Liberty's really mixing it up.
Yeah, they're running. They're really doing a good job of play callings. Let's see right now. I think you're going to get a direct snap to Williams here.
They go to Workman. You're going to throw. It's caught. Tight end.
Touchdown.
He's got 5. He's got 10. He's got a touchdown. Chase Shea into the end zone. The 5'10", 186-pound junior on the reception. And Liberty, a much-needed answer as they go 66 yards in 7 plays. They get a 17-yard touchdown pass and back in the game.
And I like how you're getting into your athletes' hands. Isn't Chase Shea the young man that filled in at quarterback last year
when Workman got hurt?
So it's really good. You got to get it to your ball players, and that was a good answer. And that blocked extra point could come into play. So that's why you got to play every play, man, as hard as you can because Liberty's right back in this contest
now.
The
play clock's running down. Looks like they might line up and go for 2, but you don't want to have to call a timeout, but they're changing personnel, and we're coming up on 10 seconds on the play clock. They might have to burn a timeout here.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
Yeah, 5 on the clock. They got it off in time. Workman gets the direct snap, and he's going to come up a little short. And I think that what hurt that play, Eric, because it was so late getting it in.
Yeah.
But Liberty does get on the board. Like I said, a nice drive, a 7-play, 66-yard drive, a 17-yard touchdown pass from Workman to Shea. The 2-point conversion fails. 1:28 left in the opening quarter. 13-6 is the Shady lead. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Welcome back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia at Liberty High School. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have Jackie Moon on camera, Chris Farish on stats, and Cameron Ball producing and directing. Eric, we got a game as Liberty that time able to answer Shady's touchdown drive with a touchdown drive of their own, 13-6, and here comes the Liberty kickoff. It's a short kickoff. We'll take a big high hop there to about the 25. Nice return. And gets out across the 40-yard line, and it'll be great field position for Shady to start this drive.
And that was the young freshman, Shep McGinnis, right there, and that's the guy I've been telling you guys, off air that I think he's going to be one of those guys in the future that you need to get some touches.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown in the game we did against Nicholas County on the last play of the game. He's got good speed, just a freshman. It'll be 1st and 10 for Shady on their own 41. Shady's had the ball for 4 plays and been in the end zone 2 times. So 2 possessions, 2 scores.
So what Liberty needs to do is figure out how not to give the big play up. 4 plays and two touchdowns over 70 yards is not a recipe for victory.
So here's Curlicerto from the shotgun on his own 41-yard line, takes the snap. It's going to be a running play. They got running room here to the near side. Good run by Ramich. He's got a first down, and they spin him to the Liberty 45-yard line. Was that Ramich that carried that?
Yeah, Evan. Yep.
Evan Ramich.
Yep.
So it's a first down at the 45 of Liberty. And right now, Shady's shown a big play capability, and Liberty takes a timeout. So while we got a break in the action, I want to tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley, where they're having Bowloween on Halloween, which is 3 weeks from tonight. That's hard to believe. And for all the information about how you can reserve your lane and about all the costumes and all the good stuff going on at Leisure Lanes, you can dial them up, 304-253-7328. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Infinity Coal Company, located in Sophia, West Virginia, as they are hiring experienced underground miners. They offer a great wage, great benefit. Apply online at the United Coal Company's Facebook page. Eric, you got a minute? See if you can put some scores in there.
Yeah, AA Independence 14, Westside nothing in the first quarter. The game that we talked about at the top of the broadcast, Martinsburg leading Morgantown 7-3, and in the AAA battle, it's 7-7 in the first quarter. Greenbrier East on the road at Princeton. So, and I said they'll have to match them score for score, but 7-7 in that contest.
Also, in the podcast we did in last week, you said you give a score 7-7, and like 4 plays later, I'll say, what's the score? And Princeton will be up 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Sure. And you know what? They do have, especially in this area, probably the most, other than Independence, the 2 most quick strike offenses.
Well, Shady's had a quick strike offense here tonight. As they have a 1st and 10 now at the Liberty 45. They put a man in motion, and they give it to him. They try to get to the edge, and they do around the corner. That's a first down run, and they run him out of bounds, and that's a nice play, as that is Hedgecock that time.
Yeah, showing that speed.
Yes.
He has speed to get the edge. A good little block by Ramich here on the on the edge. He did just enough and didn't hold on and grab and hold. And that's what young people need to understand. You don't need to smash them and maul them. You just get in their way, set a pick. Just give your guy a chance to make a play, and that's what happened.
11-yard pickup and a first down at the Liberty 34-yard line. It was winding down the end of the first quarter, just under a minute. The clock stopped because he went out of bounds. Yep.
Okay.
So here's Curlicerto now. This time he'll work under center. They'll turn around, they hand the ball up the gut. That's a huge gain. Big hole inside the 20, the 10, the 5, and that is a touchdown. And a touchdown run that time by Hedgecock. And I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a hard time seeing because the lights.
No, that was Helmer. Caden Helmer.
Helmer runs in to the end zone, and that's 3 possessions and 3 scores. That is a 3-play, 59-yard drive, and that's a 34-yard touchdown run from Helmer. And the Tigers have extended their lead now to 19-6 with 51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Wow, fireworks in this first quarter.
And I'm going to tell you, Chris Ferris, I hope he bought that pencil sharpener because he doesn't use those mechanical pencils, man. He has that old school number 2 lead that he had to ask the teacher to walk up to the to the front of the classroom to sharpen.
The extra point is no good, and Shady leads 19-6. Yeah, he's over ciphering, looking like Jethro Bodine over there ciphering. We appreciate Chris Ferris doing a great job, as always, on stats. Cameron Ball doing a great job producing and directing. Jackie Moon, I'm Marisly with Eric Thomas. So that drive was a 3-play, 59 drive, and it was a 34-yard touchdown run. And the touchdown run by that time by
Helmer. Caden Helmer.
Helmer with the touchdown run. And Shady leads 19-6. So when you look at Shady, Eric, they've had a 2-play, 72-yard drive, a 2-play, 86-yard drive, and now a 3-play, 59-yard drive, 3 possessions, 3 scores. And Liberty's had it 3 times, and they've scored once.
Yeah, and Liberty now, your back's against the wall, and if you're Shady, defense becomes a whole lot easier. And I know I say this every broadcast, but when you're up, 2 or 3 scores, you can do a lot more defensively and apply pressure to this run game. You can run blitz all night now. if you're Shady.
Had 4 scores between the two teams, and we still got 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Tolliver. He'll take this kickoff. He's got some running room, and he gets up near the 40, up over the 40. And once again, a really good return for Liberty's Tolliver, and Liberty will start on their own 41-yard line.
You're right, Maris. The way Tolliver hit that seam, I thought that might go.
So it'll be a first down from their own 41-yard line for Liberty. They trail in the game 19-6 on their homecoming here at Glen Daniel, West Virginia on a beautiful October night. 45 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. It's been a very exciting, entertaining first quarter. So here's Workman with it on first down. He looks at his wrist, the play wrist. He'll move Williams from his left to his right. Workman takes the snap, and they'll blow it dead, maybe a false start. Because you think it would have been offsides, they may not have blown that dead, Eric. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Shady had lined up in the neutral zone. Let's see.
Well, they're pointing like it is against Shady.
And the referee's marking it off. I never saw the referee give the indication, but Shady must have lined up offsides, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty, make it 1st and 5. The ball comes out to the 46-yard line.
And good news for Liberty, as the young man that was injured early in the first quarter is back in the contest.
Jacob Akers.
Yes.
So 1st and 5 for Liberty now on their own 46-yard line. Workman from the shotgun has Williams to his right. Workman takes the snap, looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught. That's a first down as he's ran out of bounds right below us inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And the young man that caught that pass is Daniels for a first down for Liberty.
Yeah, Liam Daniels, formerly number 11, now number 10. But, being down 19-6, this Liberty offense is, like you said, they've been able to move the ball.
Yeah, and I like their play call. They're mixing it up with run, short passes, 1st and 10 at the Shady 44-yard line. Workman from the shotgun, 13 on the play clock.
You have man coverage on the outside, but this is
Williams,
straight run.
He's got a hole. He's got a first down as he gets inside the Shady 45, and that might be the final play of the quarter. Maybe the clock will stop momentarily to set the chains. If Liberty goes fast, they can get another play off before the quarter. But a first down for Liberty as they put the ball down at the Shady 34-yard line.
And let's see what they do here. They may snap it.
Well, they've got time now to snap it as Workman works from the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the Tiger 34. Workman takes the snap and give the ball to Williams right up the gut. He spins for a couple, and that should be the final play of the first quarter, and it will be. At the end of one, it's been a very exciting first quarter. It's Shady 19, Liberty 6 going to the second quarter, and we'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches? It's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW WORLD.
We go to the second quarter here in Glen Daniel, West Virginia, here at the campus of Liberty High School. And it was an exciting first quarter. 19-6 is the lead for Shady. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Liberty when we start the second quarter from the Shady 33. And a pretty good first quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the first quarter. And I know Shady's leading the game, but, the difference in the game, I think, is the quick strikes. I mean, that's obvious. But both teams have mixed it up with the run and pass. Well, of course, Shady's only passed one time. But it was
successful.
a big
play.
A big play,
And that's been the thing, Shady. Their 3 touchdowns have all been big plays. But it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Liberty. So we start the second quarter at the Shady 33. We switch ends now. Liberty going from right to left. Here's Workman, takes the snap, looks, across the middle, got a man. The ball's deflected and almost intercepted.
Yeah, almost intercepted that. And that was the probably the worst play of the this first half for Workman. Got a little greedy. Definitely threw it into double coverage here because she had the safety over top and the corner was right underneath. I think Tom Brady would have had to drop that in the bucket to complete that one.
So here from the Shady 33, Eric, you've got 2 downs to pick up the 9 yards.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Look for a little dose of Williams right here.
That or perhaps a little pass where they've had the success. Workman throwing that little short pass. Let's see what they do. Workman from the gun. Williams to the left of Workman. Now Williams will shift over to the right side of Workman. And as Workman fakes it, keeps it. He's got running room. He's got a first down. He's got a big gain. He's inside the 10. He's down inside the 5, close to the pylon. He hit the pylon.
That's got to be a touchdown.
It is a touchdown. Yeah. Jackson Workman, a 33-yard touchdown run, and you're right, Eric. He hit the pylon, and once we saw the pylon going, everybody in the press box knew that was a touchdown.
But I have been at games where the pylon's been touched, and they root them out. But, that was a great run by Jackson Workman. But you know what? I like how they saw something in the Shady defense as he moved Williams over to the right side of it, and the Shady bit on the fake, and he took it straight to the end zone.
Well, at the rate we're going, Eric, I tell you, it's going to be who's going to outscore the other team. 19-12. Liberty will now try to tack on the PAT from placement. The snap is down. The kick is on its way.
Jackson.
And it looks good, and it is good.
Jackson tacking on 7 himself.
So with 11:45 left in the half, your new score is Shady 19, Liberty 13. That was a beautiful 5-play, 59-yard drive, a 33-yard run by Workman in the PAT good. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And, Eric, where are the fireworks? I'll tell you where they're at. They're out on the field. Both of these teams, Liberty and Shady, going up and down the field as it's got a great game here. As it's 19-13 is the Shady lead with 11:45 left in the half. And both teams' offense have really been able to put the defense back on their heels.
Yeah, and both teams really, like you said, mixing up the plays. And
here's
this could
a return, one man to beat. And inside the 30, can he beat that last man? No, but a huge return all the way inside the 20-yard line. And once again, another big return by Spears. Spears had a kickoff return last week at Greenbrier for a touchdown. He caught a big touchdown pass tonight, and he almost broke that one.
Yeah, but once he's patient, and when he glides when he runs, once he gets the seam, and that was daggone near a horse collar right there at the end of the play, but I guess he grabbed in the middle of the jersey. And right once again, this Shady Tiger team is in great field position.
At the 16 of Liberty, a big kickoff return as Spears has come up big as he caught a 84-yard touchdown pass, and now he has a huge kickoff return. 1st and 10 Shady at the Raiders' 16-yard line. Carl Serto up under center. They put a man in motion, and they'll hand it to him. And that's the play that had success. And this might go into the 10. The 5, pylon, touchdown, Shady. That should be a touchdown, as that was Hedgecock. And did they call it a touchdown? They called him. I guess he said he stepped out of bounds at the 1.
Well, yeah, it looks like the –
or maybe
let's see if we can get the replay here.
But he definitely touched the pylon, and he must have been out of bounds before he hit the pylon, as it'll be 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Right, yeah. He did kind of, when he dove, maybe he did step out.
So they ran that play with success, the jet sweep, as they put Hedgecock in motion, gave him the ball, and he's got great speed. When he got to the edge.
Once he gets the edge, he's got a nose for the end zone.
So it'll be 1st and goal for Shady at the 2. Colonel Serto turns around, hands it off. Gets close to the goal line, don't think they're in, and Shady is not in. I couldn't really tell who carried the ball that time. You're going to have to help me out. And Helmer, I believe, carried the ball.
Yeah, that was
Helmer. And he gets to the 1. So from the 1, it'll be 2nd and goal. But Shady has scored every time they've had the ball. And trying to score on their 4th consecutive drive. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Carlos Serto up under center. Quarterback sneak, and he's in for the touchdown. Carlos Serto definitely in, waiting for the officials to put their hands up, and now they do. So with 10:41 left in the half, 4 possessions and 4 touchdowns. They've had big plays, and they had a big play in the special teams that led to this touchdown with the big kickoff return.
Yeah, the special teams set up the quick score, the quick strike from this offense, and every time Liberty seems like they gain some momentum, Shady's been able to answer the bell.
So with 10:41 left in the half, 25-13. Let's see if Shady will line up and go for 2. That was a 3-play, 16-yard drive. And like I said, set up by that big kickoff return. The kickoff return by Spears set it up, and Shady will line up and go for 2. They'll flood to the top of the screen with the receivers. Carlos Serto will wait on the snap. He looks to throw out to the side, and it's incomplete, and the flag comes in. So let's see what the call is going to be. It might be pass interference on Liberty. And that's one thing. We've only had, 2? It's only our 2nd penalty.
Yeah, that's only the 2nd penalty, and I don't actually think that was a penalty. I think it hit the receiver's hands, and I just think you play on that one.
Well, they're talking to Liberty, so maybe it's an offensive – nope, it's going to be pass interference. And they'll move it half the distance from the 2 to the 1 and retry the 2-point play.
Yeah, so now this opens up some running lanes for this offense here.
Yeah, you can run it, throw it. And now let's see. Shady's bringing in some personnel. Maybe they're going to bring in their heavy jumbo package and try to just push it in.
may do the Shady version of the push, the tush push.
Well, they got Carlos Serto up under center. He scored the touchdown from there with a quarterback sneak. Now let's see what they do. They might try to sneak it again. They'll turn around and pitch it here to the near side. And will they get to the edge? They do. The pylon, that should be good, and it is. And the running back looks like he's a little shaken up, and that's Helmer, who's able to get to the pylon in the 2-point conversion. So with 10:41 left in the half, your new score is Shady 27, Liberty 13. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back here to Glen Daniel, West Virginia. And once again, Shady scores, Eric. They've had the ball 4 times, and they have scored all 4 times, and they've been really big plays, whether it's been in the special teams like the last time when we saw their Spears with a big, huge kickoff return, or whether it be in the running or passing game. Shady's been able to hit the big plays tonight.
Yeah, they have. They've, like you said, they're real efficient here offensively tonight. I mean, everything they're dialing up is working.
Here comes the ensuing kickoff. And here comes Tolliver, getting another opportunity. He's been really good returning these kicks. He gets this one across the 40. But at some point, Eric, and you obviously would agree with this, if you're Liberty, you just can't keep exchanging touchdowns. You got to get stopped somewhere.
Yeah, got to get some stops. And like I said, both of these teams are not having any trouble offensively. It's on the defensive side of slowing down some offenses. And Shady right now has been a tad better, at stopping this Liberty offense.
So Liberty will get the ball on their own 41-yard line. Like I said, field position hadn't been a problem. Moving the ball hadn't been a problem, but it's been hard on the defenses. But Shady's got the 2-touchdown advantage. 1st and 10 Liberty on their own 41. Workman takes the snap, throws the ball on the far side. It's caught, and it's a nice gain on 1st down across the 45-yard line, across the way in front of the Shady bench.
Yeah. These Shady corners are playing a little soft. Once you see ball, you take a peek in a little bit at the quarterback. They got to break on this ball. I mean, that's definitely can be picked off.
So the ball out to the 47. They picked up 6 on 1st down. Workman from the gun takes the shotgun snap. Has time, now steps up in the pocket. He's being chased. He'll put it down and run. He's got a 1st down. They spin him. He fights for extra yardage, and he gets down inside the 45. A nice run by Workman all the way to the Shady 44-yard line.
Yeah, a great run.
And, Eric, while we got a minute, you might have some scores.
Yes, get some updates on some scores here. Martinsburg up 14-3 on Morgantown in the second. Independence up 21-0 in the second over Westside.
And also we had Riverside leading Beckley 6-0. 1st and 10 for Liberty at the Shady 45-yard line. Workman waits on the shotgun snap. Takes it, hands the ball to Williams. He's got running room. He's got close to a first down, and he might have it as he's right to the line to gain is a nice run, and it will be enough for a Liberty first down. Williams right up the gut.
Checking in on the Princeton game while we have a chance. Still Greenbrier East 7, Princeton 7 in the first quarter.
That's a battle. You're talking about the number 2 and 3 teams in Class AAA battling there, and that could be they can meet later on, down the road in the playoffs, and that could be for home field right there.
Yeah, it definitely could. That's a lot of points to be had by whoever wins that game.
So it's a first down for Liberty at the Shady 35-yard line. Workman will take it. He'll bounce it to the outside. He's got running room. He's inside the 30, and a nice run down to the 29 and picks up 6. A good job by Workman to bounce that to the outside.
Yeah, great job. Good vision right there. You don't have anything where the play goes, just bounce it outside. Workman picks up 6 yards.
Got good speed. Is he able to get to the edge and turn it up down to the Shady 29-yard line? Workman might be a little shaken up. Or maybe a little winded.
Yeah, winded. I was going to say he's a jack of all trades, Swiss Army knife for this team. He scored a touchdown, kicked the extra point, does a lot.
And taking his time, so he can catch his breath, letting the play clock run down a little bit, down to 8 on the play clock. Workman takes the snap, looks to throw, wide receiver screen. Daniels makes the catch, turns it up inside the 25, got a first down inside the 20, and another Liberty first down. They'll put the ball down at the 17-yard line of Shady.
Yeah, and Gage Spears on the tackle. Not only is he playing great on special teams and playing good wideout, played some great cornerback because I thought that might go for a bigger game.
Well, as you said earlier in the broadcast, Eric, I think that Shady's given up such a big cushion.
Such a big cushion. They're going to have to creep up a little bit because Liberty's picking them apart. And now as soon as we say that, it's press coverage at the top. If you look top of the screen, it's man coverage. If I would take a
Workman will keep it. He'll get to the edge. He's got running room. He breaks a tackle. He gets down inside the 10. He gets close to the 5, and another good run. He's down about the 6-yard line, depending on where they put him down on that far side. But a good run by Jackson Workman.
Tell you what you get out of Jackson Workman. Not only is he a good football player, but he is tough. I mean, he's a load to bring down.
And that'll be a first down, 1st and goal, and they will put him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal for Liberty. So like I said, at some point, Liberty just can't try to keep scoring with Shady. They're going to have to get a stop.
Just got an update from the Princeton game. Princeton's up 14-7, 7 minutes to go in the first half.
Workman trying to get the ball to Tolliver here on the near side. The ball comes up short, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and goal for Liberty. And, another thing, too, here, Eric, when you look, as we know that the Liberty roster is not very big, under 30 players. The pace, the way this game's going, how that will affect Liberty maybe in the second half if they'll run out of gas.
And that's one thing that you and I talked about. 11 their first 11, 15 players
are really good.
Good. It's just so tough going both ways, and can't afford an injury or anything like that. It's just tough.
2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Williams, and he gets inside the 5, maybe to the 4. They might get to the 3, and obviously they got 2 more downs to pick it up as they get the ball down to the 4-yard line. Now they say the 3-yard line. This will be the 9th play of the drive on 3rd and goal from the 3. And a timeout. And I think if not for anything else, maybe for them to collect their breath, but that is the 2nd timeout. And while we got a minute, see if you got some scores.
Yeah, and I just stated, Princeton just took a 14-7 lead in the second quarter
over Greenbrier
East. Martinsburg 14, Morgantown 3. And in the AA ranks, you have Independence up 21-0 over Westside. You got a top 10 matchup with Petersburg on the road at Philip Barber, and Philip Barber, the number 3 team in AA, up 14-0 over Petersburg. And Doddridge County, a team we saw Liberty play. They're number 4 hosting number 13 South Harrison, and Doddridge County with the early lead, 13-0.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company, located in Sophia, West Virginia, where they're hiring experienced underground miners. They offer a great wage and great benefits. You can apply online through the United Coal Company's Facebook page. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. And Pasquale's, they have all your favorite Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, and catering as well. And you can dial Pasquale's up at 304-255-5253. Out of the timeout, 3rd and goal for Liberty. They have the ball at the 3-yard line. Shady leads in the game, 27-13, 7:01 left in the half. Liberty's now burned 2 timeouts, and I think, so like I said, Eric, I think they took that timeout just to kind of maybe collect the breath a little bit.
I think that was smart because you have 2 downs to try to get this in the end zone.
Here's Workman waiting on the snap. Williams to his right. Workman takes the snap, keeps it himself, tries to get to the edge, breaks a tackle. He's not going to get there. If Shady pushes him back, he might have got a yard, and that's it. It'll be 4th down coming up. And you remember Liberty got stopped on another drive where they took a lot of time, and it was
4th and short. So this is 2 times, you got to cash in the red zone. Yeah. So you got to burn a timeout here.
Yeah, so that's their final timeout. And what's odd about this, Eric, it was on the 10th play where they got stopped the last time. This is the 10th play of this drive. I want to let you know that our pregame meal, we appreciate the fine folks there at Giovanni's where we had our pregame meal. Mamma mia, if you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian going out. They have 2 locations. Of course, the one here near Liberty here in Glen Daniel and the one up near Independence at Sophie there at Leicester Square. But next week we'll got to have a middle school game on Thursday. We'll be at Independence. It'll be Beckley Stratton taking on Independence. That game will kick at 6, be on the air at 5:30. And Eric, you and I will be in Beckley next week. This is the last time we got a report. Beckley was down 6-0 to Riverside. We'll take on Princeton, who was ahead of East 14-7, and that game will kick off at 7:30 next Friday night in Beckley.
Yeah, and that should be a well of a game. And Beckley needs to get it turned around a little bit. Cannot really afford to lose to Riverside here on homecoming.
Yeah, Riverside came in 1-5, but when Beckley and Riverside play, you got to throw the records out. But Beckley hasn't gotten the better of Riverside over these last couple of years.
Yes, they have. But Riverside, I've been watching the scores. They've gotten better each game. I know Spring Valley's the AAA school now, but they went and gave Spring Valley, played them tough, only lost, I think, by 2 points.
All right, it's 4th and goal from the 2. This is the 10th play of the drive. Liberty's just used their final timeout, so let's see what they will cook up here on this 4th down play. Workman waits on the snap. He'll get it. He'll turn it up, and actually they won't get there. Did they get in?
They fumbled it in the end zone. It looks like a touchdown.
Well, Liberty says it's a touchdown, but until the ones that count say it's a touchdown,
I don't count. I think it was a touchdown. He fumbled it into the end zone.
And that looked like that was Chase Shea that maybe carried it in. And you're right, it is a touchdown, and you're on it. Well, you got to wait for the official word. It looked like Shady had him stopped. I couldn't tell from our vantage point.
Well, it was actually bang, bang. He got hit, and the ball was out while they were still tackling him in the end zone.
And you know what, Eric? That is the 3rd 59-yard drive between the 2 teams in this game, and that was the 10th play of the drive, 59 yards, and I couldn't tell you who recovered the fumble. So they're telling us 62 recovered the fumble, and that would be
Alex Gerald.
John, you got Alex, I got John.
Look, see, I have Alex here.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got John, I got Alex on my roster.
We know his last name's Gerald, though, right? It is Alex. All right. So, and here comes the PAT. From placement, the snap is good, the hold is good, but the kick is also good. And what a game we've got. 6:49 for the half. And your new score is Shady 27, Liberty 20. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50.
And we welcome you back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia. And Eric, I tell you, we got one of the better games of the night in the area, maybe around West Virginia, 27-20. And but Shady has scored every time, and Liberty's been able to move the ball, but Liberty's got to find a way to get some kind of a stop, and they haven't been able to do that.
47 total points here with 6 minutes and 49 seconds still left. So we might see 2 more touchdowns.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
It's like a basketball game up and down the
They should be playing on the tracks like a track meet.
But Liberty's got to find a way to find some defense, as they can't keep exchanging points. This ball is not returned, as the ball was kicked short, but still great field position up over the 35 where Shady will start the drive. And it really hadn't mattered where Shady started the drive because they've scored on all 4 possessions.
Yeah, I mean, they could start at the 2. They could start at the Liberty 21. They've punched it in every time.
And they started at the 16 one time and still scored, and they've scored quick, and they scored on big plays, and they'll start this drive on their own 38-yard line. I think we have an update on the Beckley game.
Yeah, our field reporters, we have 2 located at the game. Beckley was able to score, tied up, and went for 2. Now Beckley's up 8-6.
And that should be in the second quarter, I guess, over at Beckley. That's homecoming night over at Beckley. Homecoming here at Liberty and Glen Daniel, and homecoming at Independence.
Yeah, started the second quarter.
Now the referees, they're getting together. I'm not sure what we got going on here as they've stopped play. And the official coming over to talk to the head coach of Liberty, Coach Workman, it looks like, is Coach Workman. They're having a little session there with his son, Jackson Workman. It'll be 1st and 10 Shady. Bill Shady will have the ball on their own 38-yard line, the best we could tell. And I say the best we can tell because I'm not really sure what's going on here. And there's some conversation down on the field. Now, unless there's an injured player across the way, maybe they had to get
a trainer to go over.
Yeah, maybe somebody on the Liberty side ran. As I can see, they run over on the Shady side. But as you mentioned, Eric, 6:43 remaining here in the first half, and we've had fireworks up and down the field. Shady's had it 4 times, scored all 4 times.
I actually think they switched someone on the chains. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I know what happened.
Yeah. All right. That'll be for another topic, or another time, rather. 1st and 10, Shady. They have the ball on their own 38. Here's Colacerto. Colacerto up under center, puts a man in motion. They're going to run the ball. That's Ramage. And he'll get up over the 40, and a pretty good gain out to the 42. He'll get about 4 yards on the play and make it 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Shady's guys up front, you know, they've done their job.
And actually, they'll give him the 43, give him 5, make it 2nd and 5. So
getting a good push, you know, the initial contact.
But the story for Shady tonight has been the big play, and they have gotten it, and they've used their speed.
Well, but if you're Liberty, if you've ever needed a stop on a drive, this is the drive, because Shady gets the ball to start the second half. You don't want to get doubled up.
Ramage,
right back
now handoff back up inside. They scored a touchdown on this earlier. Here's a big run all the way down to the Shady 30, to the Liberty 34-yard line, and that is Hedgecock. And once again, they hand the ball to Ramage one way, and he gives the ball to Hedgecock coming back the other way.
Inside handoff.
And that has really worked very effectively here tonight, and a huge run and a big first down all the way down, like I said, to the 34 of Liberty. That's a 23-yard run. And Shady's been about the big plays here tonight. From the 34-yard line. 5.5 remaining till halftime. Shady leading 27-20. It's been a very exciting, entertaining game. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Colacerto with 5 on the play clock. Turns around, hands the ball off, and they'll move the ball forward down inside the 30-yard line, and that will be Helmer with the carry. And maybe get him right to the 30, and he'll get 4 on the play. So right here, Eric, if you're Shady, you got to be in no hurry. You got all 3 timeouts. We're getting ready to approach the 5-minute mark of the half. You've got the ball 2nd and 6 at the Liberty 30-yard line.
Yeah, and for Shady, this is what you do. You want to get get down, get some points, and maybe not leave this hot Liberty offense any time to try to get a score here in the second quarter.
Here's Colasurto from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Here's a running play. That's a first down and more right up the middle. This is going to be a touchdown. There was nobody home. That play went right up the middle for the touchdown.
Got
That's
us a flag. There's a flag.
And
but I think it may have been after the score.
We'll see. But that hole opened up huge as Helmer able to go up in it and get to the end zone. And let's wait and see what the call is going to be. For now, it's a Shady touchdown, and we'll see if it stands. It's only the third penalty that we've had. And waiting to see for the call. We've had a pass interference on Liberty. We had an offside on Shady, and I think it's a block in the back, and that's going to take the touchdown away.
Yeah. But you know what's unreal about this? I actually saw the play happen. The guy was in the end zone when the had zero to do with the play. Just have to, I don't know. Sometimes you just got to know when to say when, or maybe not call that. It had no effect on the play.
Let's see if we got the replay on that. And we'll see the ball will come back to the 32-yard line if we got the replay. And if not, we'll get ready to run a play. And let's see. A big hole.
But he was already in the end zone. The flag didn't come out to 10 seconds after that.
All right, here's a running play. Ramage, and this time he is tripped up. And, that could be a very, very big play in this game, Eric, as, nullifying a touchdown. Now 3rd and long for Shady. So that penalty will nullify a Shady touchdown. The loss back to the 34, and it's 3rd and 10. And you got to think 2 downs in which to pick it up. Colasurto works from the gun. They'll overflow the top of the screen. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark of the half.
You have man coverage, and the safeties are real close to the line of scrimmage for Shady.
Colasurto takes the snap. They force him out of the pocket. He'll tuck it under. He'll run. He'll have a first down as he goes down the far sideline. Nice heads-up play by Cal Colasurto. They flush him out of the pocket, and no one at home on the far side, and he scrambles for a Shady first down at the Liberty 18.
Yeah, great awareness right there by Cal Colasurto to move the sticks.
And that's a 16-yard scramble and move, as you said, Eric, move the sticks for a first down. Get out of bounds to stop the clock with 3:51 left in the half. And Shady still has all 3 of their timeouts.
All 3 of their timeouts. And now they really, like you said, with 3 minutes and some change left in the half, if you're Shady, you're just trying to, get in the end zone and get at halftime and regroup and come back and try to tack another one on.
So here's Colasurto. This time he'll work up under center. They'll turn around. They'll hand the ball this jet sweep, and they'll turn it up. And this time not as much success as they've had the pass as Hedgecock. That time Liberty did a good job of stringing the play out.
Yeah, strung it out really well. And the thing is, I think you got to have a little better vision here. The jet sweep, you don't have to just run straight to the sideline. Sometimes you can cut it up, set up your blocks.
Actually, they'll lose a yard on the play, make it 2nd and 11. But he didn't go out of bounds. The clock turning, 3.5 remaining. Wouldn't be surprised right here if Shady puts it up. They haven't really needed to throw the ball, but they've had thrown a couple touchdowns here tonight.
And, the running game has been real prolific here in the first half. But when you have –
and Shady's going to take a timeout.
I'll hold that thought.
Well, go ahead and finish that thought with 3:14. Go ahead and give us that thought.
Here's what's happening, and I think if the Shady coaching staff would see with that timeout right there, there's no depth with the safeties at all for Shady. They've all creeped up. I'm thinking 7 yards off the ball. I mean, anything quick, any quick little slant will go for a touchdown.
Well,
because it's man coverage, and you're putting your guys on the island, and the easiest pass to complete with safeties up is a seam route.
And you remember that's what they hit big for a touchdown.
Yeah,
and what they could do is they've been overloading to the top of the screen.
Well,
they could go single coverage on
man
the bottom
coverage
of the screen.
on the bottom of the screen. It's all day long. They could throw that slant for 6.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. And you're in good hands with Allstate. You can be in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent, 304-252-8646, located on Market Road in Beckley. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Pepsi is a proud sponsor of sports throughout the great state of West Virginia. Need a nice cold Pepsi right about now. Coming up at halftime, we'll recap the first half. We'll have stats. Stat man Chris Farish over there looked like he's taking off his shoes to use his toes to count. He's had to count so much here in this first half. Out of the timeout. It will be second down.
Okay,
and 11.
So look at this defensive formation. You could run straight where the umpire is, and it'll be.
Carlos Soto to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's being chased now, looks to throw, and he's going to throw that one away, or is he? No, Baker able to make the catch in the end zone for a touchdown.
He dropped it.
No, he caught it. Touchdown, yes.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was throwing the ball away.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was, and there was Baker able to haul it in for the touchdown. Watch the player. It looks to me like he's going to just try to throw the ball away.
Yeah, rolling to his right.
And he throws it up, and there is Baker to haul it in for the score. Andrew Baker hauls it in for the touchdown.
And that was all that play was all Cal Culacerto right there.
7 plays.
Scrambled,
yeah.
Bought some time, threw a strike.
7 play, 62-yard drive, and Andrew Baker hauls it in. And, of course, I know Andrew well, and glad for that young man able to haul that in. Here comes the PAT, and it's blocked. So with 3:03 remaining here in the first half, still plenty of time, Eric, for Liberty to get on the board. Your new score is 33-20 in favor of Shady. Wow.
Hey, what was the total? The over-under on this was 49.
Well, I think it's went over the total in the first half, as we'll keep it right here, as it's a 13-point lead. But those missed extra points could come back and really hurt you.
Yeah, you get a score here, especially if you get a score here and tack on 2.
That's right.
You're sitting there, ready to take the lead with the next score.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have an interview with Leanna Burdett from Window-World.
Superstars, best commercials in the business right there.
And without her sponsorship, we couldn't do things like this. We
maybe
appreciate
we could
that.
be extras. We could be some extras in a couple of those Window-World commercials.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think we look as good as the people they have in those commercials. I'll speak for myself anyway.
I was going to say.
All right, here comes the Shady kickoff.
Silence is all I had to say with that one.
And Liberty's going to get great field position up over the 40. And like I said, really
I don't like that strategy because the way Liberty's been moving the ball, you just gave them what
I was going to say,
the best field position they've had all night.
It really hasn't mattered because both teams, it hasn't mattered where they've started from.
True, but
they've ended in the end zone.
The longer you have to drive, there's a better chance for you to make a mistake.
Yeah, no question about that. But like I said, if you're Liberty, you just can't keep trading touchdowns. So Liberty will have this possession. They have no timeouts left. They'll start here on their own 42-yard line. It's a 13-point lead for Shady with 3:01 left here in the half. Workman empty. Takes the snap. They flush him out of the pocket. He's going to throw the ball deep down the sideline. Got a man out there, and he couldn't make the connection.
Had a man there. That was almost some more fireworks.
And, Eric, I had mentioned we've had 3 drives between the teams of 59 yards, and that shows you the good starting field position that each team has had in this first half.
And just really good starting field position. No one's been in the hole. Well, I think Shady started at the 16 once, right?
Yeah, and 2 plays later they were in the end zone.
Yeah.
So on the incompletion, the clock will stop with 2:54 left in the half. Once again, Liberty has no timeouts. They'll go empty again. Workman takes the snap, rolls the pocket here to the sideline. He's in trouble, and he's going to throw that away. And good job by Workman just to get rid of that because
he got
Shady
it past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
so.
And Shady was bringing the heat, and it'll be third down.
And now the clock stops. Shady has 2 timeouts. So if you can turn them over on
or get a stop
here, you can tack one on.
But yeah, Shady has scored every time they've had the ball, and they overcame a touchdown that got called back, a penalty, and still able to score.
Yeah, and I think right here, if I'm Liberty, I'm going to run the ball and make them at least have to use one of their timeouts if they're thinking about getting the ball up, because you're going to stop the clock here unless you score.
Workman throws the ball deep, got a man down the middle of the field. It's caught. Tolliver He was wide open down the middle of the field, all the way inside the 15-yard line. The heck with running the ball.
And that's why you don't run.
Wide open. And a first down for Liberty.
Well, what a strike there from
beautiful throw. And
Workman.
You're thinking, if you're Shady, how in the world does Tolliver get behind your defense like that? And a big play for the Raiders. The clock will stop momentarily to set the chains, and then it'll run. The ball goes down inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. A huge play for Liberty. And they've got plenty of time, Eric. 2.5 to go. They can run the ball as Workman will carry it. He's zigging and zagging his way through as he gets hit hard right about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. No need to rush. You know, you want to get points here, but you don't want to leave Shady any time, knowing that they get the ball the second half. But you need to get in the end zone.
The way this game is going, I don't think you're worried, but you just want to score as quick as you can.
That's exactly right.
So from the 10, as we're going under 2 minutes for the half, and what's been a shootout. There's a snap. There's a fumble. Ball still loose. They battle for it, and let's see.
Shady's got it.
Does Shady get on it? Shady says they have it, and they do.
Shady guys.
And a huge turnover. I don't think Workman was ready for the snap. He looked like he wasn't looking.
But the thing is, why does the first person never – it looked like Kyler Murray, remember a couple of weeks ago when the ball bounced off his face mask in the NFL.
Workman didn't look like he was even looking for it. And they snap it, and a costly turnover, and Shady will now take over.
Now Shady's cooking, 1:52 to go before halftime. And I'm thinking, if I'm Shady, whoever are the offensive coaches in the press box. Well, now look, they've adjusted a little bit. The safeties are back now.
A huge turnover, and Shady takes over on their own 20-yard line. Carlos Serto. And Shady's not going to be shy here, Eric. They're going to try to go for more. They got single coverage here on the near side.
Yes.
They run the ball, see what they can do on a running play, and that's a nice running play. That'll get a first down up over the 30.
Move the sticks. And look for them to throw that look to Gage Spears, because they're moving the extra safety to the strong side of the field and leaving him on an island over here with Liam Daniels for Liberty playing at corner. And I'm telling you, if you want to get in the end zone, this is the play to run here.
That was Hedgecock on that last carry. Shady in no hurry. They've got the lead. They lead by 13, 33-20 on their own 31. On first down, they put a man in motion. They'll hand him the ball. That's Hedgecock trying to get to the edge. They've had success on this play. Breaks a tackle, falls forward, gets across the 35, and gets out to about the 36, maybe the 37. And you think Eric Shady might burn a timeout here.
Yeah, and it looked like that was going to go for no yards, and able to wiggle free and pick up some positive yards, and not using the timeout yet.
No, because we're at 55 seconds and counting. I'm surprised that they're letting the clock run. I thought with 2 timeouts, if you ran it there, they might call a timeout there. So here they go. 45 seconds left in the half. Carlos Serto out of the shotgun on their own 37-yard line. Actually, he's up under center now. They're going to run the ball. They're going to plow ahead close to a first down. But I'm surprised that Shady, are you surprised that they're going as conservative as they are?
Yeah, it's like been wide open, and I'm putting the ball in the air the way they've been able to hit big strikes.
That's a first down out to the 43-yard line. There's 29 seconds and counting. Shady doesn't appear to be in any hurry. And they're taking their time, so apparently they're content to just run out the clock here in the first half. As Liberty jumps off sides, and that'll give them 5 more yards, and that'll get the ball closer to midfield, get the ball out to the 48-yard line and make it 1st and 5. So you would think, maybe, Eric, with the offense that Shady, the big play that they've had in the first half, and they've got the ball in great field position to maybe, they got 2 timeouts, chug one down the field.
Yeah, I'm taking a shot. But one thing that Liberty has adjusted with moving their safeties back, but if you look, the safety is cheating more to that hash. You still have man coverage here. You can come up and try to give it to Gage, but they're going to stick with the run. Oh,
yeah, and maybe a touchdown saving tackle.
That's going to be a definite horse collar.
Well, I think he got him by the jersey rather than by that.
I think it's going to be the wrong call, but I think they're going to call horse collar. But he had the middle of the jersey. Let's see if we can see on the replay here.
He looked like he got him right by the middle of the jersey. Nope, he got him up on the collar. And I think you're
now
right,
the left hand got this is big time. The left hand got in the collar. What do you think about that, producer?
Well, And if they tack 15 onto the end of the run, and it looks like that's what they're going to do, with 6 seconds left, and Shady's let the time run down. They've only got maybe one shot to the end zone.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the call, as you mentioned, Eric, a horse collar.
That's why you had to use that timeout.
Right.
Clock management.
The penalty will take the ball down to the Liberty 32-yard line, and you would think right here that they would try one more play. Now, Shady will call a timeout here, but you think right here with only 6 seconds left at the Liberty 32 that you wouldn't throw the ball shy of the goal line. You would throw the ball as far as you could throw it.
Yeah,
Of course, would get the ball to the end zone.
Well, I think he definitely can probably air it out because this is probably about 10 yards back from where he scrambled to throw it to the end zone for the score. So if you can look, how far was that last
play? It was a 19-yard
play?
touchdown, but from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, from the line of scrimmage.
But you're right, he was probably 8 or 10 yards
behind it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for number 8. That's what's that? Gage Spears.
Yeah.
I'm looking for him anywhere where there's man coverage on him.
Or maybe Baker, like he did last time, go up and catch it at his highest point.
Go up and get it. That's true.
But what a first half we've had here, and it's been very exciting. We're coming all the way down to the last play of the first half. So we'll see what they do with 6 seconds left in the half. And if you're Liberty, what you want to do is you want to be able to knock the ball down. Maybe don't try to catch it and have it deflect up. You want to try to knock it down. So here we go. From the Liberty 32-yard line, Carlos Soto out of the gun. They'll overload to the bottom of the screen. Carlos Soto takes the snap, sets. He'll scramble out. He's got to heave it up. He's looking, and he's going to throw. It's going to be shy of the goal line, and that's how the half's going to end. We thought maybe he could just take it up and just throw it up for grabs, and he doesn't do it, and that's the end of the half. But what's been a very exciting half, and at the break, Shady will take a 33-20 lead into the locker room as the teams are taking their time. I do believe, I don't see a flag. That is the end of the first half. At the break, it is Shady 33, Liberty 20. When we come back, we'll have Miss Leanna Burdett from Window World will be our halftime guest, and we'll do that on the other side of the break here on Video Productions. Is this a minute?
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports, has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Mid-State Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Mid-State Ford, home of the Big John deals.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Hey, grab me one too.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School here in Glen Daniel, West Virginia. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Our entire crew is here. We've got Cameron Ball on camera, Jackie Moon on camera, Cameron Ball producing and directing, and Chris Farish with the stats. At the break, Shady's in front of Liberty by the score of 33-20 on this homecoming night 2025. Beautiful fall night here in Glen Daniel. We have a very special guest here at halftime, Miss Leanna Burdett from Window World. And first, Leanna, first of all, we appreciate you being a sponsor with Window World, because without businesses such as yourself, we're not able to do this for these young athletes in Raleigh County.
Oh, I love sports. I love football, and I love this fall weather. Wish the score was a little different, but we'll be all right being an alum. But
we'll talk about that, as Leanna is a Liberty alum. And I'll tell you what, Liberty had no problem moving the ball, but they're going to have to tighten up their defense if they want to come back and win the game in the second half.
Well, hope that they're down there in the locker room and the coaches are getting them all riled up for second half. I've seen that happen before also.
Yeah, this is really great. The community, I understand they had a great homecoming parade last night, and then the great turnout on this beautiful fall night. As I look down below, you can see the people standing there at the fence and the people below us, and that's what's great about a school like Liberty is everybody really, the community is really behind the school.
Oh, the community it's starting to grow now that the parades are every year. It seems like more and more. Floats were phenomenal yesterday. The kids done a really good job from the middle schools up to the high school.
And, another good thing, too, the facility, we're talking about it. I can remember the day back when they played at the old Trap Hill, and then, when this field was grass and now the turf, and you got the press box across the way, the hill. The way that the fine people, the community, and the Raleigh County Board of Education has really helped. This is such a great, great facility here at Liberty High School.
Oh, it is a wonderful facility. I cannot wait till we can do the playoffs here one day.
Well, you know what? If Liberty can find a way to come back and win this one and maybe win out, maybe Liberty will be in it. Maybe not here, but maybe they'll be in the playoffs.
I would just like to see something else come down this way, that way that Liberty is more known.
All right, well, before we let you go, we got to talk about some of the great things going on at Window World. And I tell people all the time, if you want something done, you can't wait till the last minute. They got to call ahead. How can people get a hold of you if they're interested in windows?
Oh, give us a call at 304-252-7494. Jerry at our office will be glad to take your information and set you up for in-home estimate that the guys can come out and talk to you about our products, what we have, windows, siding, doors.
And now's the time to do that, especially with winter right around the corner, because I love fall, but we also know behind fall comes winter, and you got to think about taking care of your household duties, which is getting windows and doors, and now's the time to think about it.
Oh, right now is the time because everybody's thinking about it, so you got to get in line.
All right, well, Leanna, I'll tell you what, we're going to let you take your place back in the crowd for the second half, and as you told me before you came up, the Window World, the WW stands for W. Maybe we'll see if Liberty can get a W.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, Mayor.
All right, thank you for coming up at halftime. At the break, a 13-point lead for Shady, 33-20. We'll take another commercial break and come back with the first half stats on the other side of the break here on Video Productions.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Hey, grab me one too.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And we welcome you back here to Liberty High School at the break. Shady's in front of Liberty 33-20, which has been a very exciting and entertaining first half. The first half numbers are brought to you by Giovanni's Pizza. Mamma Mia, that's where we had our pregame meal at tonight. If you're an Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. They have 2 locations, one here in Glen Daniel right down the road here from the stadium at Liberty, and then one right down the road from the stadium up at Independence up there in Leicester Square. Well, Eric, I'm sure you've got a lot of good numbers because the only thing that really stopped Shady there was the half. They scored all the other possessions until the end of the first half. But I did think and thought, and we'll touch on this after you give the numbers, that Shady might have been a little bit more aggressive on that last drive, but we'll talk about that after you give the numbers.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Maris. 582 yards of total offense in the first half combined.
Right, between the two teams.
Yeah, Shady had 336 yards to Liberty's 252 of total offense. Shady did work on the ground, 234 yards on the ground, led by Hedgecock, who has 126 yards on 7 carries. And Helmer has 71 yards and on 8 carries, and they each have a score. Calicerto totaled it 2 times for 17 yards and a score. Calicerto through the air, 2 of 3, 102 yards, and his only incompletion was that last pass at the end of the half. So he has 102 yards passing on 2 of 3, 2 touchdowns. In the receiving, you have Gage Spears has 1 catch for 83 yards and a score, and Baker has 1 catch, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Liberty was able to do it both through the air and ground. They had 131 yards rushing and 121 yards passing. Jackson Workman is 8 of 13 for 121 yards through the air and 1 touchdown. On the ground, Workman has 12 carries, 94 yards, and 1 score. And Gerald has 1 carry for 1 yard, the offensive lineman who recovered the touchdown in the end zone. And that totals 252 yards of total offense for Liberty. Yeah, the big plays for Shady, you know, they got that 70-yard touchdown, the very first one on the run. They got that pass play that went 84 yards. Like I said, Shady has really went up and down the field. The only thing stopped them was the half, and I was really surprised when they got the ball back after the turnover. They started on their own 20. They got the ball out, and especially moving the ball out toward midfield, Eric, and they just wanted to get into the locker room, very conservative. They let a lot of time run down. They had 2 timeouts, and then they had one last play, and they didn't even throw the ball into the end zone. And you and I looked when it was 57 seconds to go. we thought they would use a timeout. And that's about the only thing that Shady hasn't done right. But I thought they would, with the way they've been scoring, I thought you could have really tried to put more pressure on this Liberty team by getting another 6 before halftime.
And not only that, because they're going to get the ball to start the second half, so they can go 2 for 1. They could have maybe scored to end the first half and then got the ball to start the second half.
And that's that killer instinct. They really could have probably put them to bed right there. But now if you don't come out and get points, this first possession, Liberty's right back in the contest if they can punch one in.
And I'm sure that Coach Workman's telling his troops at Liberty, look, you're down 2 scores, you got stopped on downs, and then you had a turnover, you fumbled the ball. So if you're able to match them, score for score, you stop yourself, the game would probably be even, a missed extra point here or there.
Yeah, I mean, they've had their chances, and you're right. And that's why I think Shady's up and they're controlling the game, but they're also only a couple plays away from Liberty being right in this, because Liberty's been in the red zone, stopped on downs, twice?
Stopped on downs,
one time,
twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
So
no, once, because they scored a touchdown on the fumble.
On the fumble, that's right.
They got stopped once and then they fumbled. They got stopped twice.
Yeah, so if you're Shady, it's imperative you keep the pedal to the metal, the gas, the car going fast, man, because this Liberty team they've put up 252 yards of total offense on you. So
yeah, they've made plays. Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have some scores. As at the break now here in the Direct Choice halftime show, it's a 33-20 lead for Shady. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Summer's here, the Jeep is ready, and at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, you're getting the best prices in southern West Virginia. Top off, doors open, sunshine pouring in. This is what summer freedom feels like. Your next adventure starts here at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Summersville, where everybody rides. Because summer's better with a Jeep and the best deal around.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
This fall, let the beauty of the season in without the chill. At Window World of Beckley, we bring comfort, style, and savings to your home. Our windows and doors are built to handle West Virginia's wild and wonderful weather, keeping the warmth in and the energy bills low. With energy-efficient windows, expert installations, and affordable financing options, it's time to upgrade. It's never been easier to fall in love with your home again. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD today.
And we welcome you back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia, here at Liberty High School. And, Eric, before we get into the scores, I got to touch on something, and I really appreciate our viewers keeping us/me in check about information. Because I said earlier in the broadcast that this is the 50th year for Liberty, like it is at Independence tonight. And actually it was supposed to be, but it actually isn't. I'll tell you why. And I did not know this until we had, like I said, a loyal viewer text me this here during halftime. But Liberty was scheduled to open up the same year, but they had a fire, and I don't even remember this. Of course, obviously I was around back then, but I don't remember this. They had a fire, and they did not open up like they were supposed to the same year at Independence. So they actually opened up a year later, 77, with their first graduation class of 78. So I guess next year will actually be the 50th year for Liberty, and I appreciate the young lady, Lori Knight, who sent that to me because she is a Liberty alum and lives right across the street here from the football stadium, and know her well, works in the Raleigh County school system, and I appreciate her letting me know that because I was incorrect, because I knew, because we talked about it, Eric, the schools are built off the same blueprint,
yes,
exactly alike, and the best of my best I can remember my recollection, that they opened in the same year, but it's good to have people who can, like I said, keep me in line.
That's right.
And that's the thing about it. And I appreciate that because what we do, we always strive to get the facts and always be able to call it correctly, and appreciate that. But
now we know.
Now we know.
Now we know.
Now with that sidebar, it's time for you to update some scores.
Yeah, we'll start in the AA ranks with number 1 Independence, just tacking one on as I speak, 42-0. Early in the third at hosting Westside for homecoming. Marison, AA ranks the most ranked teams are playing one another in this division. So 10 Petersburg's at 3. Philip Barber losing 22-0. Philip Barber's up 22-0 over Petersburg. Doddridge County, the number 4 team in AA, hosting number 13 South Harrison. Doddridge County up 20-0 at halftime. And this is a team we hadn't talked about, and a lot of guys might want to take notice. Scott is on the road at Logan, and Logan is ranked 5th in AA, and they're up 14-0 right now. But it seems like they're kind of coming
under the
radar a little bit in that one. In the AAA game of the week in this area, Princeton leading Greenbrier East. That's 2 versus 3. Greenbrier East being the number 3 team on the road at Princeton, losing 21-7. No score from the Nicholas County Bluefield game. In AAA and 4A, Morgantown's on the road at number 1 Morgantown at number 8 Martinsburg, and Martinsburg's up 21-6 in the third quarter. Huntington hosting Parkersburg. Huntington up 14-3 at half. Fairmont Senior from the AAA ranks on the road at number 4 Wheeling Park, and Fairmont's handling the Wheeling Park Mares 35-21.
All right, and one other score you got to put in there, the Beckley game against Riverside. That's on the other end of the county. That's also homecoming at Beckley.
Yeah, and Riverside was able to score and get the extra, onside kick and cut the Beckley league to 14-12 Beckley in the second quarter.
And Riverside has the ball.
And Riverside has the ball.
All right, so that's the scores we have, and we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from starting the second half here, and we had fireworks, Eric, in that first half, and you can see by the score, 33-20. So, Eric, if you are Coach Colasurto, they didn't go to the locker room. They just stayed to the end zone to our left down there behind the track. What do you think Coach Colasurto told his troops?
Well, I think he's just going to say, hey, let's do what we did that first drive. Let's try to get a quick score and really put this one away because this Liberty team is hanging around.
And on the other side, Coach Workman?
Got to get a stop. Not been able to slow this Shady offense down. The only thing that stopped Shady was a halftime, the clock running out before halftime. So it's imperative to make some defensive adjustments. Stop the run first and make them – they only threw it 3 times.
Yeah, and two
of them went for touchdowns. So, but stop the run because the run has been gashing.
And I also think that the one touchdown, I really think that Colasurto was trying to throw the ball away, and Baker just went up and got it for a touchdown on the end zone that happened, on the end zone down on
yeah, that was one, and you're exactly right. It looked like he was just trying to throw it out of the back of the end zone, and Baker made a great play on the football.
Well, we are at the Direct Choice halftime show, and we're 2.5 minutes away from starting the second half. Direct Choice, a new car lot that they have great deals, and they're located there in Prosperity, right outside of Beckley, between the two malls there. You go out and see Rick Lewis. He'll take great care of you. They also go see Jimmy Davidson, and they got this other guy they just added to their squad, a guy that you know well named Richie Horton.
Oh,
you
yeah.
go out there and look them up, and they'll take excellent care of you.
Yeah, that guy Richie Horton will get you in some wheels right there.
He'll get you in wheels, and that's right, and it wwon't be a bicycle. All right, we'll take one quick break and come back and get you ready for the second half, as it's a 33-20 lead for Shady at halftime here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
If you're struggling with payroll problems, compliance confusion, or HR headaches, it's time to discover Compliance, the trusted solution for a healthier, stress-free business. With Compliance, you will experience faster, error-free payroll, effortless compliance with labor laws, and expert HR support and guidance. Don't let workplace stress take over. Ask your business if Compliance is right for you. Side effects may include reduced stress, increased efficiency, improved morale, and a strong reliance on compliance. Consult Compliance today. Compliance, because a better business starts with a better you.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School, Glen Daniel, West Virginia. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Cameron Ball, he is producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera, and Chris Farish. I was going to say he's on stats, but right now he's chomping on a cookie. He's on a cookie right now. He said, the heck with stats. He done his work. All right, Eric, ready for the second half. Liberty's got it teed up, and we'll see if Liberty can get a stop. They really haven't been able to get it in the first half, as Shady scored every time but that last time because of the half. So Shady will start. And like I said, you know, there's between the three teams, there's 3 59-yard touchdown drives. So field position really has not been a problem. And when Shady, their worst starting field position, they scored in 2 plays anyway when they started on the 16 and ended up with a 84-yard touchdown pass.
You're right. So we're going to see which defensive coordinator comes up with something to slow the offenses down.
And also Shady got a nice big kick return in the first half that helped set up a touchdown. And we are ready to roll. And here comes the Liberty kickoff. And it's going to be right down the middle. Take a big hop, and this will be returnable. And once again, good return up over the 40. Here comes I thought that was a flag.
I did too, but it was a football.
It was a football pass on the Shady. I
thought
it was a flag.
They also thought it was too.
Yeah. But a nice return out shy of midfield, and Shady's going to get excellent field position for their first possession of the second half.
Because it was thrown at the perfect time where it looked like it was coming.
Right there.
Yeah.
I thought the back judge was throwing a flag.
Me too.
And Shady will have it 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, once again, scrimmaging at or near midfield for this Shady Tiger offense.
So Carlos Soto will bring him out. Rob Lynch will line up here wide to the bottom of the screen. They'll run from the shotgun.
Once again, these safeties are marching up. They're going to try to stop the run.
And the first play is a running play. They didn't stop that running play. That's a huge run. This might go for a touchdown. Breaking a tackle at the 30. Inside the 20, there's a penalty flag down here on the near sideline as that run goes all the way to the 22-yard line by Helmer. And the flag came, Eric, over here toward the sideline.
And it's going to be holding on the wide out, I'm thinking. And this is all your fault because you jinxed it right at halftime, said, we played a clean half, only a couple of penalties.
Let's see. Right there, maybe going to get Rob Lynch with a hold. We'll see. Or maybe a horse collar tackle. Well, the flag came right here on the near sideline, right in front of the Liberty bench, where like you said, where the Shady wide receiver was blocking. And the officials are gathering the run. If as it currently stands, if it does stand, is down to the 11-yard line is once again a great job right up the gut by Helmer. He broke tackle after tackle, but a long discussion among the officials.
Yeah,
right now.
it's like usually with our 4 eyes looking, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
Eric, they might pick this up.
This one could have just fallen out of his pocket. He's like, man, I want to make sure we still have the flag. Going to check.
Well, I mean, I noticed it come out, and let's see. They might pick it up.
Inadvertent flag.
The referee standing at the 11-yard line. No, they're going to mark it back off. I never saw the call. So it's going to go against Shady, and that's going to nullify a huge run. It'll still, I would think, still be a first down.
Ineligible.
I don't know
how do you have that on a run?
On a run.
It's a running play.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That is not the correct call or a signal.
Wow. It's coming all the way back from the line of scrimmage, Eric. I don't understand that. The flag came all the way down here at the 25, and they're taking Shady all the way back from the 49-yard line. And if they take 15, it's a big one, 15 or 10. They're going to take the ball back. That's 15 back to the 34-yard line. That's a 15-yard penalty. Maybe, I don't know what the call was there, but that's a 15-yard penalty. So Shady will now have it 1st and 25 from their own 34 when they look like they were going to have a 1st and 10 at the Liberty 11-yard line. I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I'm completely lost. I don't know all the rules, but.
And that call he gave, I don't even know what that was. But anyway, it'll be 1st and 25. What a big, big penalty.
12 men, okay.
All right, here's the Ramage with the carry. And that's going to lose maybe a couple more yards.
So we got some clarification. They called illegal participation.
So they had too many
men
players
on the field.
Yeah. So that loss will take the ball back to the 32-yard line. What a huge penalty. And to start the first play of the second half and to start it with too many men on the field.
Well, guess what? If you're Liberty, that's a break. That's maybe the break.
So now it's second and an Uber ride.
Yeah, now you just got to really play the run and
well, I think they'd put it up here if you're Shady, try to pick maybe half of it up here on second down to make third down a little bit more manageable, but they don't. They'll run the ball right up the gut.
Wow.
And Ramage takes a big hit.
Yeah, that was Walker Smith. He saw ball and went and got it.
He went and got it as Ramage able to hang on.
We see here on the replay.
That was a big hit right
there. That's called stopping you in your tracks right there. Hitting the wall.
So it's third down and a ride back to Shady right here. And let's see if they'll elect to put it up here because they got to go all the way down to the 41 of Liberty to keep this drive going. And if they don't pick it up, we might have something we haven't had all night, and that's a punt. Here's a pass out in the flat. And some nice yards across midfield. And this puts Shady maybe in position to go for it.
I think this is go for it.
As Spears able to take that catch, and he's shown how fast he is as he had a big kickoff return and a earlier touchdown reception and big yardage, and it'll bring up fourth down at the Liberty 47.
See here on the replay, Mayor, so it looks like right here he was about to break that, but great holding on for dear life tackle right there from Liberty.
Actually, they're standing at the 47. They got to get to the 41, 4th and 6. I'd imagine instead of punt, you go ahead and go for it.
Definitely got to go for this.
Now, they might send their punt team in, but I'm surprised Shady wouldn't be a little bit more aggressive and go for it. But you never know. There might be a fake. We'll see what they do. But they need 6 yards, and now a timeout. Let's see who's calling the timeout. If Shady's calling a timeout, and you wouldn't think, Eric, that you'd call a timeout to punt, right?
Exactly right. I think they're going to think about it and go for it.
I think they've thought about it because you wouldn't call a timeout because if you were going to punt, it wouldn't matter even if the play clock ran down and you backed up 5 yards and punt. If you were going to punt, it wouldn't matter.
You wouldn't
burn a timeout. No. All right, tonight's game is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown, your local State Farm agent. You can dial him up at Shady Spring at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond is the broker. Steve Morgan, the associate broker. Check them out on the website at exitelevationwv.com. All right, fourth down they're going to send the offense back out. And like I said, Eric, if you're going to call a timeout, you're not going to punt.
Exactly right. And I think this is the right decision.
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing. If you can't
score here can really, I mean, you pick this up, you put heavy pressure on this Liberty
team. Well, especially
team.
After it was 1st and 25.
Let's see,
so it's 4th and 6.
Got 3 by 1.
At the Liberty 47.
Heck, the way they're spreading them out, don't be surprised. Oh, this is definitely a pass.
They're going to go empty. Carlos Soto waits on the snap. He's going to roll the pocket. He's going to deep roll. He's going toward the Shady bench. He's going to turn it up, and he runs out of bounds.
I don't understand the rolling to your left. I don't the play call there.
And actually, he's going to –
He lost yardage.
He's lost yardage, and
they got better field position if they had We got us a ball game here now. If you're Liberty, you dodged a bullet from the big play was nullified, but with too many men on the field, and now they gamble and go for it. The Shady Tigers do on 4th and 6, and they lose 2, and you're in better field position if you're Liberty. That was.
So from the 47-yard line of Shady, this is Liberty's first possession of the second half, and now what do we got?
Another timeout.
And a timeout by Shady. So now they've only got one left. They burned a timeout. So a lot of confusion as we start this second half. And we'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School. And we got a ball game, Eric, as Shady hurt themselves with the penalty. They go for it on 4th down. They don't convert. Liberty will take over their first possession of the second half, 1st and 10 at the Shady 47-yard line. Here's Workman from the gun. Takes the shotgun snap. Has time. Steps up into the pocket. Now the pocket starts to collapse. He's in trouble now, and he escapes. Comes to the near side. Throws it. It's deflected and then caught.
Wow.
Wow, what a nice play by Daniels. The ball was tipped by a Shady defender, and Daniels able to haul it in.
I'm going to say it. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And plus, the end of the play, Workman gets slobber knocked right there at the end.
And enough for a first down. The ball all the way down to the 36-yard line of Shady.
See, it takes just a couple of plays or a play like that to change this momentum.
1st and 10 Liberty at the Shady 36-yard line. Right at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter, which we've had a little bit of everything thus far in this game. But one thing we haven't had is a punt. Here's a running play up the gut. Nice run that time. That looks like that was Williams with the carry and gets the ball down to the Shady 31. But like I said, we've had everything in this game except for a punt.
Yeah, and if you're Liberty, man, you can really get down and and claw your way back in this game and get a score here. Based off that, it was a comedy of errors the first possession of the second half for Shady.
Put the ball down at the 32-yard line of Shady, a 4-yard gain on 1st down. 2nd and 6, Workman takes the snap, gives the ball to Williams. He's met right at the line of scrimmage and nowhere to run there. That was really good defense by Shady up front.
Yeah, and then that time they were the Shady defense was up to the challenge. The front four's got to slow this run game from Liberty down.
And they actually gave him a yard on that play to the 31.
That's that generous home spot.
Yeah, it didn't look like he got back to the line. So it'll be 3rd down coming up for Liberty. Two down territory. Yep, we're thinking the same thing. Workman fakes it, keeps it himself. He won't need 2 downs. He'll have a 1st down on this one as he takes it down inside the 25 to the Tiger 24, and that will move the sticks. And, Eric, that's a nifty little play, and it's worked really well for Liberty tonight. Workman faking the handoff and then keeping himself and finding the seam.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're keeping those linebackers honest by running Williams, and Workman does a good job of selling that and pulling it at the last minute.
From the Shady 24, Workman to throw. They flush him out of the pocket. He throws, and he's a little off the mark. He had a man out there.
Chase, I think that was it.
It was Chase Shea, and the ball was a little behind him. And
The
Shea
worst,
tried
I was
to
going to say,
adjust to the ball.
The only bad throw, really, of the game for Workman. Stop right here, gather yourself, and throw a strike because he had him open for at least a first down.
But Workman has been cagey. They haven't really been able to get him to the ground. He's been able to scramble and get out of the rush.
Like you said, just fast enough to be and just get enough feet to be elusive. But he's a basketball player as well, so that's why he has good footwork.
2nd and 10, Workman with the snap. Pressure comes. He's in trouble. He breaks free. He might tuck it and run as he jukes and jives, breaks a couple of tackles, gets inside the 20, and a nice gain down to the 18-yard line of Shady. He'll pick up 6 on the play.
So will this make it third?
Third down.
Third down. So that was a great scramble and pick up some positive yards and make this a more manageable 2 downs to pick up the first down.
And if Liberty's able to get it in, we got a lot of time left. We're 6:50 and counting here in the third. That will make this a very, very interesting game if Liberty's able to get to this to 1 score.
Yes, I mean, this will be big. It'll make for an exciting rest of the third quarter because –
here's a handoff. Williams tries to get to the edge, trying to break a tackle, and he can't. That's really good defense by Shady. As that time, Williams tried to get to the edge, and Shady's like, nope, not on my watch. Good play that time by Luke Allen.
Strung it out and had good pursuit, good help from the rest of the Shady defense.
So it brings up a 4th down, and they lost a yard back to the 19. And this is a huge play for Liberty and also for the Shady defense on this big 4th down play. 4th and 5 coming up. Williams moves to the right side of Workman. Workman takes the snap. Pressure comes. He's in trouble. He steps up, throws to the end zone, and it's broken up and then caught. But is he out of bounds? He's out of bounds, and Shady's defense will get a stop. So it'll be Shady turning Liberty over on downs, and on 3rd and 4th down, the Tiger defense comes up big.
Well, at this juncture in the contest, this is the possession that Liberty might look back and say, hey, we had our chance to really get back in this game and we blew it because they moved the ball at will on that drive until they got down in close to the red zone and not able to come up with any points.
So on the takeover on downs, Shady will take over on their own 19-yard line, and they're preserving the 13-point lead at 33-20. So each team does not score on their first possession of the second half. And here's Curlicerto with it. 1st and 10 on his own 19. Curlicerto takes the snap. They hand it off. And just for maybe not even back to the line of scrimmage or a yard, it's hard to tell in kind of all that kind of crowd right there. And I don't think they got much.
And you know what's happened? Both teams have bogged down as freely as they were running up and down the field.
Well, Eric,
yards
remember,
are starting to be a little tough to come by.
The first drive, Shady shot with the penalty where they had
true.
They had too many men on the field, and then on the 4th down play, they were in position to go for it, and they didn't convert. But their defense came up big when they needed to. But there's no gain on that 1st down run. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 19. Curlicerto from the gun takes the snap to throw, sets into pocket down the middle, and it's high and almost intercepted. That ball was a little high for Rob Lynch. Maybe a catchable ball, but the ball came in high and hot.
Yeah, and they're fortunate that as we look here on the replay, fortunate that it wasn't another turnover.
Yeah, because usually when the ball goes off of somebody's hands like that, more times than not, it gets intercepted.
The tip drill, and the kid had some real estate if they had to come up with the turnover.
This is big for the Liberty defense. If they can get a stop in, well, if they get a stop here,
will we see our
first punt? All right, 3rd and 10 from their own 19. Curlicerto takes the snap. They'll throw it short. It's caught. And they've had great success at Shady on that play, and that will be enough for a 1st down. We will not see our first punt because Spears has really done work on that play as he's able to catch that wide receiver screen and his speed and ziggy-zag and his way to a 1st down.
Yeah, and that play's there all night. And actually, Spears, if you want to really just do it, you probably could come up and throw it to him every time.
Well, they needed 10. They got 12, and that'll move the Sticks a 1st down over the 30 to the 31-yard line. We're under 5 minutes for the third quarter. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas.
And you're right. Our producer just whispered to me, you could definitely do a hitch and go. Look where all the safeties and linebackers are.
Shady will run the ball. And that looks like Helmer trying to move the pile, and he'll move it for a yard or two, and that's about it. But another thing, too, you're up 2 scores, 13. And like you said, the game's kind of slowed down a little bit. And now Shady may be trying to milk a little clock and see if you can get a couple 3 yards on first down, and then that'll set up for what you do on second or third.
Trying to make it more manageable to get first downs.
That will be a 3-yard gain out to the 34-yard line. And we're under 4 minutes for the third quarter. We'll get you up on some scores here after this play. So Carlos Soto works from the gun. Takes the snap. It's a running play. There's a big hole. Crosses the 40. Breaks a tackle. And nice job across midfield down the near sideline and ran out of bounds finally. And once again, Helmer with a huge run and a big first down for Shady.
Yeah, and the Liberty is fortunate that didn't go for 6.
Yeah, because there was a gaping hole here on the short end of the field here on the near sideline, and they'll run him out of bounds inside the 40 all the way down to the Liberty 39-yard line. So Helmer has had a good day, or I should say night. Spears on the receiving end has had a really good night. Play clock's running down to 5. They're going to have to hustle if they're going to get the playoff in time, and they just do. And it's a running play. And that's Ramage going ahead for a yard or 2. That's tough sledding up in there. And you got some scores, Eric?
Yes, a little update from some local teams. Greenbrier East once again on the road at number 2 Princeton, and they've cut the lead to 21-14. Princeton up 21-14 in the third. Finally, a score update on the Bluefield at Nicholas County game. Bluefield's up 30-7 at halftime.
Wow, and you know that Princeton East being played like a playoff game.
It sure is. And up on the hill in Coal City, we'll have a fourth quarter running clock. It's 49-0 Independence.
All right, second down and 8 for Shady. Play clock running down. Carlos Soto will pitch it. Ramage trying to get to the far edge. He's turned it up. He's got running room, and they run him down about the 30-yard line, just shy of the 30. It'll be third down coming up.
And it looks like he stayed in bounds, so they'll keep the clock running as well.
Yeah, he's just shy of the 30 to 31, and you're right. It'll be 2.5 and counting, and they'll need about 2 yards. They're going to need 2 yards here on this third down play. But if you're Shady and you can take time off the clock, Eric, and you can score, that would be huge and give you a three-score lead.
Definitely three-score lead heading into the fourth.
So here's Shady and Carlos Soto from the shotgun on 3rd and 2. Carlos Soto hands it to Ramage, and Ramage runs into a stone wall.
Does not get it.
No, he gets a yard, and it'll be 4th and 1 coming up. So this will be the 9th play of the drive. It started back on their 19-yard line. The ball's at the 30. They've got to get the ball to the Liberty 29. And we'll see what Shady comes up with. 20 on the play clock, so they got plenty of time there. They haven't broke the huddle yet, though. And now they do. If you're Liberty, you got to make sure you don't jump. 10 on the play clock. Carlos Soto looks like he's trying to milk the clock down to 5. Up under center. They'll hand the ball off.
Finally cut it up.
Yep, and that's a first down. Hedgecock able to get a first down at the 25 of Liberty. And that play has really been successful for Shady here tonight.
Yeah, anytime it's been their go-to. Way to cut it up that time by the running back. Good vision.
Yeah, Hedgecock that time. So the ball's at the Liberty 25-yard line. And it's another set of downs for the Tigers as we're getting ready to go under a minute remaining here in the third quarter. And you've got to think, Eric, if Shady's able to put this one in the end zone, they would really have control of the game.
Yeah, they really control with a quarter to play.
They hand the ball straight ahead. Helmer will take the ball down to the 23, maybe the 22, all depending on where they put him down. At 23, I think, is where they'll put him down at. And second down coming up, 2nd and 8. This play right here will probably be the final play of the third quarter. As Shady has been in no hurry. They've been running the play clock down, Eric, to about almost to before the clock expires, before they snap the ball.
I think they're doing exactly as you stated. They're going to, use time.
They better hurry. They're not going to get the play off. I don't think they did. And they'll throw it out. That play had disaster written all over it, and you know why it didn't. And that's the final play of the third quarter. But at the end of 3, your score is Shady 33, Liberty 20. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter after this on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Going to the fourth quarter here in Glen Daniel, West Virginia, here at Liberty High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Jackie Moon on camera. KB Cameron Ball producing and directing. Chris Farish on stats. And, Eric, we had 53 points scored between the two teams in the first half, and no one scored in that third quarter.
In the third quarter, went radio silence.
Yes. So we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Shady will have a third down play coming up, 3rd down and 8. They will have the ball at the Liberty 23-yard line. And now, since we switched ends, we're ready to go. Starting the fourth quarter. Here's Carlos Serto from the shotgun on 3rd and 8, rather. Carlos Serto takes the snap, sets the throw, sets in the pocket.
There it is.
Got a man out there, and he overshot him.
That was the hitch and go.
He had the receiver out there, and that looked like that might have been
Gage Spears.
And even with his kind of speed, and Carlos Serto overshot him. So to bring up 4th down, and no question they'll go for it, but I like the play call on 3rd down.
Yeah, I did. And it was right there, just a tad too long.
Yeah, had the ball been there, that would have been a touchdown. Because he definitely had the step on the defender. And let's see what Shady will dial up on this 4th down play.
Run the same thing. Safety's still up tight. That's man coverage.
Here's Carlos Serto, waits on the snap. Sets in the pocket. Throws the ball, got a man, and it's incomplete. And Liberty's defense comes up big as they turn Shady away. That was a 13-play drive, and Liberty's defense turns them away.
Yeah, well, still hanging around.
So from the 23-yard line is where Liberty will start this possession. And you're right, Eric, as we just start the fourth quarter, hanging around with 11:49 left in it. You get one big run, you get a play, you get a touchdown. Who knows, right? So that was a big stop, a much-needed stop by that Liberty defense. And they'll take over on their own 23-yard line. Here's Workman. But I think being 2 scores down, I think you got to play with some urgency on this drive.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and the sad thing that's happened to Liberty, they've moved the ball in key moments and then bogged down.
Workman to throw, throws it short. Tolliver catches into flat, turns it up, has a first down, a big gain. Takes a hard hit as he's hit out of bounds, but a huge gain out near the 40-yard line.
Boy, I don't understand how that was not a flag. It should have been unsportsmanlike conduct right there. That's
a 16-yard catch and run for Tolliver for a first down out to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, full speed ahead when Tolliver caught that ball. He turned upfield, got positive yards.
So here come the Raiders, 1st and 10. Workman takes the snap, keeps it himself, straight run, comes to the near side, got running room. He's got a first down, and he's not done yet as he gets inside the 45 of Shady, gets all the way down to the 43-yard line. A nice hard run by Workman.
Yeah, that should put Workman up to around probably 125 yards on the ground.
Jackson Workman doing a great job from that quarterback position. And a good hard run. 1st and 10 Liberty at the Shady 43. Like I said, I know you don't want to hurry, but you want to rush. You don't want to rush. You just want to be efficient in what you're doing because you got to score twice. From the 43 of Shady, 1st and 10 Liberty.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like they're moving with any urgency.
And that play is not going to go anywhere as they run the ball at time to Williams. You know, we say be quick, just don't rush.
Exactly. Got to get these plays in.
2nd and 10 coming up. We're coming under 11 minutes. We're under 11 minutes. 10:40 and counting. Plenty of time on the play clock. Liberty down 2 scores, down 13. They're taking a lot of time in between plays. Coming up on 10 seconds on the play clock. Shady jumped off sides, and that'll give Liberty 5 yards. And that'll help. Yep,
that'll
you and
help.
I right on cue. That helps the cause. We've been working together so long that we can finish each other's sentence and think it at the same time.
That's right.
So that'll take the ball down to the 38-yard line, and that's a big break because, you know, they didn't get anything when they ran the ball on 1st down. Oh, he called it on Liberty. Oh, my. Shady was clearly into the neutral zone. So what a huge call, and that ball will go back to the 48, make it 2nd and 15. Because that play happened, I mean, directly from where we're at. We're on the 50-yard line, Eric.
Yeah.
Shady was clearly in the
neutral zone.
Workman takes the snap, throws near side. It's dropped. The ball was right there.
Liam Daniels almost had another one-handed catch, but I think he was thinking pay dirt. If he catches this, he splits the safety in the corner.
Yeah, if he'd have caught it, it'd been a touchdown, and that's what he was saying. He looked up and he took his eye off the ball.
Well, no, safety was there.
But he would probably had a first down.
Wow.
But that penalty really looms large because now it's 3rd down and 3rd and 15 with 10:06 left here in the 4th quarter.
And both teams have, just shot themselves in the foot. But I will say Liberty thought they were getting some yards there. And
Workman to throw, looks for the home run ball, throws it. It's caught for the first down. Daniels, as he gets out of bounds. I think when he turned, he got the first down. He caught it right at the sticks, and I think he turned it up and enough for a Liberty first down.
Yeah, definitely need to move the sticks.
He's right at the down marker, and it is enough for a Liberty first down. A huge 3rd down conversion by the Raiders. That was 3rd and 15, Eric, and they get 16 as they get the ball down inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line.
And Maris, what a play by Jackson Workman, climbing the pocket, staying in there and delivering the strike to Daniels. And you know what? That's good, still having faith in the receiver who previously dropped the pass the play before.
It was 3rd and 15, and they got 3rd and a blade of turf to pick up that first down. Here's Workman, the option pitch. Williams. And he takes a big hit, and he's lucky to get to the 30-yard line. Shady defended that really well.
Yeah, but that picks up a good positive 3
yards.
3 yards. So.
And they ran it to the short side of the field, so Shady knew they had the boundary as a defender.
Yeah, but I love to run that little speed option right to the short side of the field because you make that defensive end make a decision.
Coming up on the 9-minute mark, Workman fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, gets inside, not much there. A yard maybe, and it'll bring up another big 3rd down play. So from the Shady 29, the clock continues to run, 8:45 and counting. Here's Workman from the gun on 3rd down. Williams to his right. They're going to have to hurry. 4 on the play clock. I don't think they got it. Just get it off. Workman takes the snap. steps up, throws, got a man open, he threw it behind him. He had a man wide open, and he missed Tolliver. That would have been a touchdown, and Workman just threw it a little bit behind him as we watch the replay.
And a little too much mustard on it.
Yeah, a little too much smoke on the pass, and behind him. He had him out there, and now brings up a huge fourth down play. But I thought, Eric, what
he should have picked the first down up.
Well,
I would have ran the ball.
But I think what took the timing, they just got the snap off just in time of the play clock. There was a lot of confusion before they snapped the ball. Here's a big fourth down play. 6 on the play clock. Workman takes the snap, sets in the pocket. Now they force him out. He's in trouble. And down he goes. And Shady's come up with the defense. And when they needed a huge play by the Shady Spring Tigers.
Let's see who that was on the tackle for Shady.
Brady Lalick.
Lossick,
I beg your pardon. Lossick with the play. And Lossick comes up with a huge sack. In the last 2 possessions, Eric, Liberty has turned the ball over on downs.
Yeah, after moving, positively in Shady territory, offense bogged down. And both of these offenses bogged down here in the second half.
So Shady will take over with that huge sack by Lossick at their own 39-yard line. And they got a 13-point lead with 8:08 left here in the fourth quarter. And Shady's going to have to hustle if they're going to get this play off in time. Both teams have kind of really let the play clock run down on them. And Curl Serto will turn around, hand the ball off to Helmer, and he'll fall forward for a nice gain, about 3 or 4 yards on first down. But right now, I think if you're Shady, you got a 2-score lead. You're coming down now here under the 8-minute mark, Eric. You just want to make sure you get positive yardage.
Yeah, definitely pick up a couple first downs here.
But one thing we haven't seen tonight, and that's a punt by either team. And while we got a minute, Eric, you got some score updates?
Yeah, update in Princeton going into the fourth quarter. Princeton up 28-14.
So they've opened up a
2-touchdown lead.
2-touchdown advantage. Here comes the second down play for Shady. 5 on the play clock. Carlos Serto going to have to hurry up if he's going to get it off in time. And he just does, and they'll run the ball. And that'll be Ramage. And he gets stopped in his tracks for about a yard, and that's about it. Brings up third down. So they get the ball out to the 44-yard line, and it'll bring up a third down play. 3rd and 5 as we're getting ready to go under the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Last report, Independence was up 49-6. And Independence look like they're going to be 6-0. They got a date coming up here in a couple of weeks against Princeton. Here's Carlos Serto with a handoff, and that's Ramage, and he's going to be a little short of the first down area. Can bring up a fourth down play. You got to think, even if you're on your side of the field, don't you think that Shady will go ahead and go for it right now?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm with you, though. Now it looks like they're going to punt.
Yeah, they need about a yard and a half.
Yeah, so this is what you've been crying for all game anyway. First punt. Better watch, though. Yeah, number 8's the punter. You better maintain your lane integrity. Don't rush too much upfield.
4th and 2. And we will see our first punt of the evening. And there it is. And that's a great punt. It will be returned. It's caught at the 20 by Tolliver, trying to get to the outside. He's got running room. Crosses the 30, over the 35, and they run him out of bounds up over the 40. And a great return by Tolliver, and Liberty in business to start this drive. So our first punt of the night comes under 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. But now, Eric, with 5:50 left in the fourth quarter and you're down 13, I don't think you can really be having 2 or 3 yard runs up the middle. I think
you got to open it up.
You got to start opening it up, and if you're going to run the ball, you've got to get some chunk plays. You got to throw the ball. Let's see what they put him down at, just shy of the 40, and waiting for the referee to put it down at the 38-yard line, it looks like. So there's where Workman and the Liberty Raiders will take over on their own 38-yard line. Down 13. Workman takes the shotgun snap, sets in the pocket, and you throw the ball out, and that could be a lateral.
I was going to say, was it down the line? Doesn't matter. They ruled it incomplete.
They ruled it incomplete. 2nd and 10. Got any updates on the Beckley Riverside game?
That's what I'm trying to get. I think it's still halftime.
Boy, their homecoming, their homecoming's going to last like for 2 years, isn't it? Going to take this year's homecoming and next year's homecoming. I'm sure that they've played. We just maybe don't have an update yet. 2nd and 10 for Liberty on their own 38. Shady looks like they're dialing up pressure, and they get back in coverage. Workman sits in the pocket.
Sack.
Workman in trouble, and down he goes.
It's going to be Lossick
a
again.
Big sack.
Hey, big man. Lossick said, I'm coming doing my sack dance.
That's right. Lossick, he had a big play on the previous drive. He gets in there with a big sack there as the ball comes back to the 32-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and long. They got to get out to the 48. Clock running as we're coming up on the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. 15 seconds on the play clock. Next Friday, Eric and I will be at Beckley for Beckley and Princeton. Princeton was up over Greenbrier East by 2 scores on our last report. Workman takes the shotgun snap, sets in the pocket. Pressure comes. He's in trouble. Lossick got him again, and Lossick throws him down. That's as 3. Lossick has had a huge defensive night for the Tigers. And 4th down here, Eric, it's 4th and a mile. I don't see how you can possibly think about going for it here.
So I just got some updates. Beckley came out at halftime, scored. A.J. Thomas on a scoring run, made it 21-12. Riverside answers back quickly, misses the extra point, 21-18 Beckley.
So that's a battle going on over at Van Meter Stadium, Pete Curl-Certo Field. Is here. We saw Shady's first punt. Now we're seeing Liberty's first punt. On 4th down, there's the snap, and there's the punt. And for Shady, it's going to be a short punt you want to get away from. It's going to take a big Shady bounce. And Shady touched it. Why would Shady want to touch it? I don't
Liberty
know.
Ball.
If Liberty got on it, but Shady's fortunate they recovered it, but I don't know why the young man from Shady would even get near it. And very fortunate that Shady will maintain the possession of the ball.
Yeah, that's just not you have to have some football IQ there. Get away from that.
Yeah. And I guess that's from maybe just not polished or don't watch enough or don't play enough to know not to get around the ball on a play like that. So Shady will take over at the Liberty 27. And you're probably just going to see running plays here, Eric. There's probably no need to put it up. With 4:06 left in the game. And Shady leading by 13 as Curl-Certo works under center. They'll hand the ball off. This play has been successful all night. They'll get to the edge. They'll cut it up and get down inside the 25-yard line.
And the key is he stood in
a flag.
It's going to be a flag.
As Hedgecock was the ball carrier. And maybe something after the play.
Or it was a late hit personal foul.
Yeah, we'll watch it right here.
It's 35 at the end of the run here.
There's his. And
the second guy is the second guy. A little bit of a flop there.
Yep, you can't do it.
Throw a fine on that one.
So that's a 1st down. When they tack on it'll be half the distance. Or if they can go 15, but that'll probably be half the distance because the ball was
inside the 20?
Well, if it's inside the 20, it'll be
at the 10.
Half the distance. So put the ball at the 11. And that'll be a 1st down for Shady. And really, Shady can all but really salt this game away and get their 2nd win of the year. But if Liberty's not able to come back and win, they can look at they had their chances a couple different times, and where they turned it over on downs. That big fumble too really hurt them. Yeah. So here's a 1st down for Shady at the 11-yard line. And Curl-Certo looking at the play clock, and he's just going to let it run down before they snap the ball. He's not even in position yet to take the snap.
But this has to kill the lineman.
Yeah, because they got to hold their stance.
They got to hold that stance.
They turn around, they hand the ball off, and that's going to go nowhere. Might lose a yard. As Helmer not really to go anywhere. And a timeout, I think, taken here by Liberty with 3:11 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our goal, $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School. 3:11 remaining here in the contest, and Shady trying to get their second win of the season. And out of the timeout that Liberty called, it'll be second down from the 12-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Looks like a little off.
And Colasorto, right now, he really doesn't need the clock to run down because the
Yeah,
clock's not,
I was just thinking that.
Not running.
Well, it's just a play clock. You're not burning any clock.
Here's a quick pitch. Helmer's got some running room.
Touchdown.
He cuts up inside, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. The exclamation point, and that might send everybody to the exits. As that was a 3-play, 27-yard drive, and Helmer a 12-yard touchdown run, and that's our first score of the second half. And with 3:06 remaining in the ball game, that takes the lead out to 19 at 39-20.
Yeah, it took them a while. That's our first score of the second half.
Yep. And Shady will attempt the PAT there from placement.
Oh,
there's the snap. Kicks on its way, and it looks good, and it is good. So
looks like a flag.
Yep, there is a
we got
flag.
some pushing and shoving going on now.
After the play, the kick will be good, and of course, that's part of the old rivalry that goes back forever.
Hey, that's the
probably,
south side of the county going against the west.
Yeah, the Trap Hill side against the Shady side.
Right.
And the officials are talking about it. They'll probably assess whatever the penalty is on the kickoff.
Might be offsetting.
Well,
looks like
whatever it is, 3:06 left in the game, and that the point should count. They haven't put it on the board yet because the kick was good, and that should make it 40-20. But we're waiting for the officials, and we'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Yeah, it looked like 73 was.
All right, we'll keep it here. We thought we were going to go to a break, and they got roughing the kicker, and that will be assessed on the kickoff. So we will keep it right here, and 40-20 is the lead for Shady. And with this win, Eric, Shady's going to go to 2-5, and Liberty will fall to 2-5.
I can give you some score updates here, and as you said earlier, off the air, Independence wins going away 49-6. For number 3 AA team, Philip Barber puts it on number 10 Petersburg 43-0.
So they'll move the ball up. They only moved it up 5 yards. So if it was roughing the kicker, I thought it was a 15-yard penalty. I guess they called running. I didn't know you could have running into the kicker. I know you could have that in punting, but I didn't know about for extra points and field goals. And they move it up 5 yards, and Shady will kick off from there. Here comes the kickoff, and kick it right down the middle, and it will not be returned. It goes into the end zone, and another rule that I'm not a fan of, you can't return it. It comes out to the 20. Now they got a fight out there, and this is what you don't want. The game has been decided, and now you got flags all over the place and fight, and now another fight, and now they're piling in, and oh my. Nobody wants this. Helmet's coming off. And all this came right here at the very end of the ball game. as the flags come out. And, Eric, you can't penalize one without the other, and we'll have to go back and see what we can see from our video of how they're going to sort this out.
Yeah.
Because the ball went into the end zone. It was a touchback, and now another flag. And they actually even picked up a flag to throw another flag. I don't think I've seen that before, where they ran out of flags as the Shady coaching staff's out on the field.
Yeah, this is a mess. It looks like it's
Yeah, this is not good. And one of the Liberty players is hurt over here in that scrum, number 72, as he comes off the field. So they got to sort this out. This is not good. This is an ugly scene, and nobody wants this. And all you can say is both teams are at fault. You can't, you can't blame one without the other.
I was watching the ball actually go through the end zone, so I didn't see.
But I think this occurred because of the roughing of the kicker. And actually, they called running into, not roughing. It was only a 5-yard penalty. The ball went into the end zone on the kickoff, which was a touchback. And next thing you know, it looked like a hockey.
Well,
it looked like
there's something I noticed.
A hockey brawl is what it looked like.
Something I noticed. There was a different person kicking off for Shady on that one, because 28 was the normal
right,
kick.
And he could have. I don't know. I don't want to speculate because I don't know what happened, but
that's not speculating.
No, I don't mean that.
Yeah,
I mean, when I say I don't mean I don't speculate. I don't know whether he got hurt when he was kicking the extra point or not. That's
right.
What I meant.
But like when it did go through the end zone, I never paid attention. I was just watching the ball,
Me too.
And then it all broke out.
So now they'll have to figure this out. And what you don't want is, in a game that's already been decided, here in the final 3 minutes, that you have players going to get maybe ejected and can't play next week. You don't want that. Neither team wants that.
And in Liberty, with their numbers, can't afford to have anybody.
And the one thing I've never seen before, they threw all their flags. They didn't have a flag, and they went to throw another flag. They bent down and picked up a flag and threw it twice. I don't think I've ever seen that. But this is not a good look for neither team, and nobody wants this. But you don't want this. So there's got to be multiple fouls on both teams. As they really got laundry to clean up. Some of the referees might carry 2 flags.
Yeah, that one does have 2 flags.
Well, I mean, look, there's plenty of laundry out there, isn't it? And now we got to see how they're going to sort this out and what they're going to call. And, of course, we might have to go back. Let's see if we have that. And I'm told we don't have it. We got parts of it. But the ball went into the end zone. And it was a touchback. And then all heck broke loose. So, Eric, the ones that didn't make their way to the exits that are still here at 305 just want to figure out what the heck's going on here.
Yeah, exactly
what they're going to call. So we've got it on our screen here. And then next thing you know, there's
20 and 35.
Well, and then another Liberty player jumped in. Then a Shady player jumps in. And like I said, I think they're both. I think both teams are at fault in this. I don't think anybody can get away unscathed to say that they didn't partake, or they all both partook in the scene, but they both also helped cause it as well. In the meantime, you got some scores, Eric.
Yes, in 4A ranks. Number 1, Morgantown went to Martinsburg and got taken to the woodshed. Mares. Final score, Martinsburg 34, Morgantown 6.
So it shows you how good that Martinsburg really is.
Number 9, Parkersburg on the road at Huntington. Huntington 35, Parkersburg 3. Oh, we have a good one going on in Wheeling.
2 players are ejected here. So trying to see who that is.
You know what's wild? Those 2 guys that are getting ejected aren't even the 2 guys we saw in the scrum.
Well, so Liberty, let's see who that is, Eric. Yes, they have 2 players that are ejected. I'm told 22 and 20. Let's see who that is. 22 is Isaac Williams. He's one of their main guys, so he wasn't able to play, and Trenton Clay. So, Isaac Williams he won't be able to play in their next game as he gets ejected. And I'm sure there's players from, I would think Shady would have players as well would get ejected. But now, can we finish the last 3-10 without any more of this?
And right on cue, the Shady crowd gets a little rowdy.
And look at that personal foul. Shady had a player, a couple ejected. And in the meantime, let's see where they put the ball. Should have been down at the 20-yard line because the ball went into the end zone.
Yeah, well, if they all offset,
yeah, they
it was
do.
just at the 20.
And none of the players of either team realized that. The ball's at the 20-yard line.
Liberty's ball at the 20.
Right. And I think they finally figured that out. So 2 players from each team. I didn't catch the 2 players from Shady that were ejected. We didn't get the numbers, but each team had 2 players ejected. And it'll be a first down. So after all that, it's first down on their own 20-yard line. And we still got 3:05 to play. So the officials, I'm sure, are telling them right now they're not going to put up with any more of this.
Yeah, this is good officiating right here.
Yes, great officiating. Let's just finish this next 3:05, which, like this last little bit, has taken forever because we're over 2.5 hours now for this game. Seems like me and you did a game like this one other time a few years ago, Eric, down at Wyoming.
I was at. You read my mind again.
Shady and Wyoming.
You read my mind again.
So some people say
Shady games late in the season.
All right, here's Workman. He'll throw the pass. It's caught across the 30, out to the 35, and out to the 40-yard line. And that pass is caught by Parker Hodges. So Hodges makes the catch. And that's enough for a first down, a 20-yard gain out to the 40-yard line. Clock turning with 2:50 remaining. And Shady in control, leading 40-20. Workman takes the snap. Workman throws the ball down the middle. It's caught. And that's a first down. And that's a nice play, and that is caught by Chase Shea. And that'll into Shady territory at the 47-yard line. So the clock stops momentarily to set the chains. Now it's turning 2:20 and counting.
Mm-hmm.
So from the 47 to Shady, Workman takes the shotgun snap, throws near side. That's caught for a short gain, Tolliver, and he didn't get out of bounds, Eric. The clock continues to run.
Clock still runs.
Tolliver looks like he's shaking
up a little bit.
And that was for no gain.
Now, I think they gave him 2, Mares.
Yeah, I guess his forward progress.
Yeah, forward
down
progress.
To the 45. Have you got any more score updates?
No, a few games going final since this one's dragging on these last couple of minutes. Oak Hill hosting Capital, and Capital up 14-7 over Oak Hill in the fourth quarter.
Workman throwing the home run ball and no one home. It'll be third down coming up. Our last report was Beckley was up 21-18.
21-18.
You have any more on
still
that?
Still in the third quarter.
And then also, did we ever get a final on Princeton and East?
Bridgeport went final 48-14 over Spring Valley. Princeton with the ball up 28-14 in the fourth.
Looks like Princeton's maybe going to salt that one away.
Yes.
So we'll see that undefeated Princeton team next Friday night, Eric, as they will come to Beckley, and it'll be Princeton and the Flying Eagles next Friday. Workman from the shotgun. They'll go empty. Takes the snap. Pressure comes. They force him out of the pocket, and he breaks a tackle, and then he can't get away from the second man, and down he goes. And guess who? Lossick. He's been all over the place.
That's 4 sacks in the second half.
And Workman getting up a little slow. It's just been a tough night, especially since halftime. And the loss all the way back across midfield, down inside the 45, back to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, 1:23 left in the contest. So
it's fourth down. And Shady feels they get a stop here, and they just take a knee. And
this is probably the last play.
Yeah, last play
for Liberty of the contest.
Unless they can convert here. And they'll go empty. Workman takes the snap. He'll set up. throws the ball down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. And Shady will take over on downs. And like you said, Eric, that'd be the last play. You figure Shady just got to take a couple of knees, and Shady will get out here with the win.
Just got an update. Beckley tacks another one on, up 27-18.
So that ought to be close to the fourth quarter if it isn't already in the fourth quarter.
I might have to dock my field reporter's pay.
So you figure Shady, all they would do here, you would think, Eric, would just take a knee. They probably wouldn't really need to run the ball. And Coach Colasurto will get his second win of the season. And Shady will be 2-5, and Liberty will fall to 2-5. And I don't know if they're going to get the playoff. And they just do, and Colasurto will take a knee and go down with it, and that's all they really need to do.
Yeah, just one more knee, and it's over.
So in this Raleigh County this rivalry game, and Shady and back in the day when it was Trap Hill, now Liberty, they've been rivals for, like I said, a long time. It goes from the Trap Hill days now to the Liberty days, and they go back over 50 years, Eric, back even further than that, into the 60s of the rivalry that they had. And that was back in the day when you had Sophia, Stokoe, Trap Hill, and Shady. They were real battles back in the day, and that should be the final play of the game, and Shady will get the win. So your final score, Shady has defeated Liberty here tonight in Glen Daniel. Shady 40 and Liberty 20. And we'll take a break and come back with our Pioneer Community Bank postgame show coming up next here on Video Productions.
Ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
For 50 years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong and just getting started.
Hey, grab me one too.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Colder days are coming. Replace those old drafty windows and doors now. Call Window World of Beckley today. 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show here in Glendaniel, West Virginia. And after everything is settled, Eric, we had a shootout in the first half and had a brawl there toward the end of the game. And
we had everything.
I shouldn't say when the dust settles. I guess when the turf all settles, the pellets, the rubber on the field, Shady gets the win. They win the ball game 40-20. Shady is now 2-5. Liberty falls to 2-5. And courtesy of our stat man, Mr. Chris Farish, he was over there using his fingers, his toes. He was ciphering like Jethro Bodine over there.
He did a little Jethro Bodine.
Yeah, did a little Ernest T. Bass. He was tapping to see if he could get all the numbers. And, Eric, you have them, and you got the numbers of the Shady victory.
422 total yards, Mares, for Shady, 328 for Liberty, 130 yards rushing for Liberty, and 198 passing. And let's just say the big guys, for Shady stepped up tonight, as you had Helmer had 14 carries, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns, and you had Hedgecock 9 carries, 135 yards, and a score. And Cal Colacerto only had to throw the ball 9 times, but he completed 4 for 135 yards and 2 scores. Leading the way in receiving was Spears with 3 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown. Jackson Workman did work for Liberty on the offensive side. He had 20 carries, 90 yards, and he was 14 of 26 for 198 yards and a score. And he threw it to 4 receivers. Hodges, Tolliver, Daniels, and Shea all had 30 yards or more receiving, being led by Tolliver with 6 catches for 96 yards. But Shea was able to get in the end zone with 1 score.
Yeah. So a big win for Shady tonight, and Shady, like I said, they go 2-5. Liberty falls 2-5, and we'll take one final break and wrap this one up here from Liberty here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across Southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside, baby, where they are right.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
All right, back here at Liberty one final time as we wrap this up. Final score 40-20. Shady beats Liberty. Eric, your final take.
I just think Liberty had every opportunity to stay in this game, and they kind of got bogged down. And both teams won't be happy with the way they played in the fourth quarter. But the first half, a lot of fireworks and a good Friday night game.
Yeah, just hated to see the brawl there at the end, the final 3 minutes.
Just a little dust.
Well, little, I guess, turf up since there's no dust. But you did have 4 players, 2 from each team, get a
and that's going to be big, especially moving forward for Liberty. I mean, the
Isaac
number's
Williams.
just not there.
And he's one of your main.
He's 1A. If Workman's 1, he's 1A.
Right.
You need him to get that offense going.
Well, that'll do it from here. Once again, the final score 40-20. Appreciate the staff at Liberty High School making it possible. Jackie Moon out there in the cold doing the camera. We appreciate our stat man, Chris Ferris, as always. KB, camera ball producing and directing. For my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Shady beats Liberty 40-20. Good night, everybody.